I'm so grateful to you guys. I'm so grateful. So, oh really? You tried to join in? Okay, I can see 2 guests. It was my fault. Hi guys.
Hey.
You guys were backstage. It was my fault.
Yeah, Felos, you decided to put
This
out
is
on
my
backstage.
first time with this StreamYard thing. I'm so sorry.
You'll get used to it.
So you guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. So we have Michael. Michael is a Ghanaian student here in Germany, and Failawan is also a YouTuber in Ghana. You guys should check him out. He has like great content. You guys should check him out. So in today's topic, you guys have seen the topic here. Michael,
Yeah.
you are in Germany. I want you to introduce yourself, Michael.
Yeah, Felos,
Michael, I would like you to introduce yourself.
let me just do it quickly. Basically, I'm Michael
I
on
think
track.
your audio.
Is
Your
it off?
audio
Can you
is.
hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically,
Oops.
Michael on track, a student, a master student at the University of Kiel in Germany, and then
Michael, your
yeah.
audio. Is it just me?
But Lawan can hear me, right?
Oops. Oh. Can you? Yeah. Talk.
Okay, let me just continue. So yeah, and I come from the Eastern region. You can still hear me, Fidos?
Your audio is not. It's not good.
Oh, let me then join again.
Fidos, I can hear him clearly, so let him talk. People would hear him.
Your audio, is it just me? I feel like you guys, your audio is a bit like kind of some wavy.
Wow, because I can hear.
Did I use my earpiece or what?
Clearly, yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you
very clearly.
Hello?
Yeah, is it clear?
Okay, is it just me? Okay, let me use my earpiece. Probably I don't know. Maybe it's my fault. Sorry, guys. Hello. Oops. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Can you guys hear him? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
we can.
But I can't hear you guys well.
Then I think it may be from your side.
Why.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Okay, so let's keep it going, right?
I think so because most of the other participants are saying they can hear us clearly. So what seems to be the problem with us?
If you guys can hear me, let me know. If you can hear them too, let me know.
Okay, we can hear you, Fidos.
You can hear me, but I don't know. I don't hear you guys so well. It's like your voice is breaking.
Then it may be from your side, or yeah, I think so.
Really?
Yeah. But then let's keep it going because
try using my laptop.
Over here, everything is perfect. Nothing is breaking over here.
Let me try using my laptop.
All right.
Oh, this is going to get interesting. Okay. I'm so sorry for the technical difficulty. This is my first time using this.
No problem.
Talk again. I just heard you.
Yeah, no
Falawan?
problem. I said no
I can
problem.
hear you. I can hear you now.
Wow. Okay.
Better. Yeah.
All right, then let's keep going, man.
Okay, yes. Yeah. So yeah, let's start with Michael. Michael, you should introduce yourself.
Finos, I hope you can hear me clearly now.
Clearly.
Oh,
Perfect.
nice. Super, super,
Yeah.
super.
It's
So,
hear me.
I would say my name is Michael in Trakwa, and I come from Kwewu, Abitifi in the eastern region.
Okay.
I had my secondary school education in Accra Academy, went to Kwame Nkrumah University of
Bleo,
Science.
bleo, bleo,
Yeah, oh
bleo.
yeah, went to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, and then from there I moved here to Germany to do my master's, Masters of Science in Environmental Management
Okay.
at the University of Kiel.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I would say, yeah, in a nutshell, and then yeah, my favorite team is Chelsea Football Club, the best football team in the world. Yeah. In a nutshell, that was it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah. And then Falawan, you should introduce yourself as well.
Hey, what's up, guys? Okay, so my name is One. It's a long story for getting that name, and also I'm a YouTuber, a content creator in Ghana here, and uh, I do music as well. I'm a musician. Maybe I'll be the next Shatawale in Ghana, that kind of
Oh,
thing.
nice.
Yeah, thing.
Yeah, yeah. And
Nice.
That's nice.
currently, I'm in African Institute of Media Studies. I study about multimedia. That's what I study for
Oh,
now.
great.
Yeah,
Great. So yeah, you guys have seen the topic for today. The topic is
yeah.
we abroad. Why did we travel abroad? And those back home, why do you want to travel abroad? Now we have two scenarios. Michael is in Germany and Falawan is in Ghana. So Michael, let's start with Michael. Michael, you're in Germany. Why did you come to Germany in the first place? Why Germany?
Mm. Why Germany?
Why did you leave Ghana?
Okay, yeah. Well, let me start it from this um direction. I think back in university, I made up my mind to travel after my bachelor to do my masters outside.
Okay.
Um, I should say the reason being that you know probably in America or in Europe they have the best state of the art facilities
Yeah.
as compared to our universities. I'm not saying our universities do not have; they have what the facility, but then we know that the universities in Europe are more equipped. So that
Yeah.
was the intention, And so I started working towards it during my when I was doing my bachelor.
Okay.
And also kind of had my elder brother was here already, and he's currently doing his PhD in the University of Hamburg, and so
Okay.
it kind of also had an influence on me
On you,
because I
yeah.
was using him as a yardstick,
Yeah.
and having seen him finish University of Ghana Legon and then moving, he also came to University of Kiel.
Okay.
So he was kind of my mentor. I'm like, yeah, I also want to travel, and
Mm-hmm.
the best of the reason was to also enjoy the state of the art facilities abroad. So the idea was to either go to the United States or to come to Germany.
Germany.
Yeah, and of course, United States, you need to write something like the SATs for bachelor. You need to write an exams so that you can also apply for a scholarship to go to the United States.
Exactly. Yeah.
And then with Germany, with the issue of the tuition free policy,
Yeah.
also I then it became an option because then if you also want to go to the UK, you also need to apply for a scholarship. And so like I weighed the three options and I'm like, okay, fine. One was that my brother was here. And so kind of moving here into Germany, I would be able to integrate easily into the system. Integration
Yeah.
is very key whenever you want to move to a place. Because if you go to places like the United States or to UK, because of the language, you'd also be able to integrate, though you will have some challenges. And
Yeah.
so I just looked at my program and the program I wanted to do, and I realized that Germany, most of the schools here in Germany were offering that program.
Okay.
So I did my research, and because I had someone here, also my brother was here, I was making inquiries how I'll go with the application. In fact, I did the application myself, everything myself, did my certification, everything, all the application myself. So then I did all the necessary things that would get me here that would get me here to Germany. The only thing I was a bit I won't say scared, but was the language barrier because before moving to
Yeah.
Germany,
The language
I
barrier is
knew
crazy.
nothing about German. I knew nothing. I knew nothing. And the thing is, that my brother, he told me
Yeah.
because when he moved here, it was a bit even worse because when he moved here, there were only few people, African students, especially for instance in Kiel, and the language barrier was a serious problem.
Yeah.
And before they were able to integrate into the system, it wasn't easy. So he told me, Michael, even if it's better, you should start learning some basic German.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
believe you me, I couldn't do that. Seriously speaking. I couldn't learn the language. So, in fact, I had admission, then everything, and then I came to Germany without knowing anything about the language. The good thing is that Germany they offer a lot of English language programs. But
Yeah.
when you get here, it's a different ball game altogether because you can only speak English when you're on the when you're on campus. But outside campus, it's a different story altogether. And so basically, in a nutshell, maybe subsequently you ask questions about that, but in a nutshell, I think what motivated me to come to Germany was one, the issue of free tuition.
Yeah.
It was it's a kind of scholarship. No, we know you will have to get an amount of money
Yeah.
before you even get your visa.
Yeah.
Looking at the quality education Germany provides, and you don't have to pay tuition. I think when I weighed the three,
Mhm.
it was the best option for me. And looking at the admission procedure wasn't that
Yeah.
cumbersome. The only thing I had to do was to apply through uni.
Michael, we
Can
can't see you well. Is it just me?
you see me?
Yeah. No, I think you should,
Maybe,
let us see
okay.
your nice face well. Yeah.
Maybe is it because of my position? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think now it's
So yeah. So basically, I would say that was the main reason.
okay. So,
Um,
in summary, basically for you, the main reason why you left Ghana was because you want like a better
to get my
education,
education and
a
then to
better
enjoy the
education.
best state of the art facilities
Okay,
in
okay.
Europe.
So
Yeah,
for you, is the master's program? Because I know,
it's education. Yeah.
let me put it in quotes. I know, like some people came here not really because of school. Or for you now, I know it's because of like you mainly
Yeah,
came for masters. Yeah,
education. Yeah,
okay.
education.
And because
Mine
Germany
was
also offers like a lot of free tuition, which makes it easier for a lot of us to come here compared to going to the
ex-
USA or Canada.
exactly,
It's very, very
exactly,
expensive if you don't
exactly,
have a scholarship.
exactly. And then looking
Okay.
at the quality of
Yep.
education they provide us, and it's on a pro bono basis.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it the best option. It makes it the best option for me. So for me, it was solely because of education and also to enjoy the facilities to help upgrade myself as far as education is
Yeah.
concerned. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So let's move to Falawan. Falawan is in Ghana. So Falawan, I don't know your intention. Would you like to travel outside one day? Would you like to, have you ever thought of that before,
You
As
see,
an average Ghanaian, I know a lot of people have thought of, oh,
I
yeah. Because a lot of
I
people
haven't thought
think
of
when they
it.
travel outside, they are going
I
to
have
make it.
I haven't thought of it. I have dreamt of it several times. Excuse me to say,
Okay.
if I step a foot in that country,
Mhm.
me, I'm even waiting for Ghanaians to deport me.
Please, why?
Yes, because let me tell you something. I've
Okay.
realized something in this country. which
Mm-hmm.
I think it is very good and it is one of the best things, Ghanaians as a whole,
Yeah,
we love to do or we learn. The system in here that keeps us moving, keeps us
exactly.
get close to our books. It's not the same system in other countries, right? Because
Yeah.
even as at now, people from different countries want to come to Ghana just because of what? To study. So we
Yeah.
feel this is a shithole country, but others feel it is their dream country,
Yeah,
right?
others also come to Ghana to study.
Yes, because example, the whole of West Africa, if you want to be in a marine, if you want to do marine, if you want to work on sea, you have to come to Ghana.
Yeah.
You get it? Now there is something here. As a Ghanaian, when you are in, let's say, University of Ghana, which is Legon, Gempa, or wherever it is, with a first class degree, I'm telling you, without the support of anyone, you are not even going to get that job. Trust me.
Yeah.
I hope you
True.
get me. Now, the reason why people want to travel out of the country is that you, as a Ghanaian, having a degree or
Yeah.
master's, earning like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 Ghana cedis, that is like $1,000 or $800 a month in Ghana here because you have the degree. That's fine there. Someone who never have a degree, who never went to school, is earning the same money with you in Europe.
Well, it's relative. Let's.
You see,
This is is
you see. So
okay. Yeah.
if
You have a
something
point
like
though.
this, if something like this is happening, you begin to be like, did you really go to school to
Yeah.
make it in life? At the end of the day, people travel out of Ghana to do a lot of things, not purposely because they want to study, but they've got to realize that look, in every country, the backbone of every country is practical, which is
Yeah.
how people manufacture things and all that. Now, if I will come to UK or let's say Germany, Italy, Spain, or wherever it is, and I'll be working in a restaurant and I'll be earning like $1,000 per month,
Mm-hmm.
whilst I don't have any degree, I don't have any other certificate, and you are
Okay.
in Ghana
Sorry. Let me
here,
cut. I
you
want to
call
cut you
yourself
here. I want to cut you
okay.
here. Like, let's say somebody in Ghana earning, let's say $1,000 in Ghana. No, me
Mm-hmm.
in let's say Germany, I'm earning $1,000, €1,000. But come to
Yes,
think of it, the
yes.
standard of living here after a month, that €1,000 is gone. Oh, but you in Ghana, if you're earning €1,000, it's a lot
Mm-hmm.
of money. Okay,
It's you see, you would think it's a lot of money, but in Ghana, that money is not a lot of money. I'm telling you, that
okay,
money, because even renting, look at this. You imagine I work, let's say I work with a government institution. They pay me
yeah.
5,000 Ghana cedis every month. Let me say equivalent to $1,000 or $900, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, besides, my feeding will be in it. My feeding will be in it. My airtime, my clothing, my transportation, and all that. Now, let me tell you this: if you don't know, in Ghana here, if you're working in a government institution, they take you tax. They take all these petty things, and it is as much as you cannot even imagine. In Europe, they don't even take that much. You know, I would say most of the time, I would say most of the time in Europe, people normally spend their money on bus pass. To
You
me,
mean
that is what I think.
transportation?
Bus pass,
What's
yeah,
that?
transportation,
Okay, transportation. Yeah,
transportation, and let's say bills,
that's
right?
expensive.
But the thing is, you see, no matter how it is in Europe, you would get that money and you will still save a little. You will bring it down here. But let me tell you something. Most of, let me say, 90% of Africans, or let me say Ghanaians on this land, eat by what? Hand to mouth. Everything is hand to mouth. By the end of the month is
Okay,
hand to mouth. Nothing. There is nothing in
I
your
think
account.
let's welcome Stephanie. Stephanie lives in Canada. She's also a student there, so we'll also hear her opinion. So you can
Whoa,
finish. I just have to interrupt you, so
great.
we welcome her
You
here.
see,
Yeah, she's in Canada.
for me, I think Ghana is the best place. Africa
The
is the
best.
best place.
Yeah.
But you see, nothing is working.
True.
Nothing
True.
is working. So no matter how much you earn in this country, you can never save. I hope you get me. And
Okay.
besides, we are our own problem. A university graduate will come up with something, invent something, which may be a product or something, but we won't buy it. But you in Canada, try to produce, let's say, a hair product, an African hair product, and just say made in Canada. And you see how my people here with me, down here with me, will be rushing for
Yes,
it.
that mentality.
You see,
Yes.
so there's a lot of problems
So
on the
like we
way.
don't help
Me, I
ourselves.
prefer Yeah, so me, I prefer everyone. If even if I can deport everyone in Accra, I will do that. Yes.
Okay, so for you, you're saying if you get the opportunity to travel, you would.
Of course, I will not even
Which
think of
country would you prefer? Which country?
probably maybe England or Canada will do.
Okay, why not Germany?
Um I find it difficult to learn languages
Yeah, yeah,
if no
it's
one is
hard.
speaking
Trust
with
me.
me. You know,
Yeah,
when you speak with me, it becomes easier for me. Maybe within a year I'll be able to learn it. But
yeah.
I found myself in Asia, which was 2017, and when you try to even speak Tamil, which is their language, or Malay with them, they would hardly reply you because you're a black person. How did you speak?
Mm-hmm.
And they pretend as if they don't speak. And when you even go to their airports and some
Mm-hmm.
other big companies, they will not even try to speak English.
Okay. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
that's a challenge. Yeah.
so I feel I would rather prefer an English speaking country. It will be easier for
Okay.
me than finding myself in German.
Yeah.
The only German word I know is Slibedish or whatever you call it. you know, that's the only
Everybody.
German word I know in my
Yeah.
ears. That's the yeah, or
Because
something
it's
like
I love
das
you.
or
That's what
something
you've
like
been telling
that.
the girls. Because it means I love you. So
Oh
that's
no
what
no
you've
no
been
no no
telling
no
the
no no
girls.
no 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 no
Your
no no no!
pickup
It's not
line.
possible.
Okay, so guys, so for like one here, anytime, any day, if he gets a ticket to England today, he go come out for Ghana. Like he will leave Ghana ASAP.
Hey, I'm
But
waiting
let
for
me tell you
someone to even
something.
see me as a foreigner
But
and
let me tell
deport
you
me. That's
something.
all.
Yeah. People have the
Mm-hmm.
perception that when you travel abroad, you're going to make it. I won't lie, the
No, it's
opportunities
it's not
here,
like that.
it's not like that. The opportunities
It's
here,
not
but I'll
like
not
that.
lie, here is also hand to mouth. Because the
Yeah,
standard of living here, if you're earning 2,000 euros a month, pay your rent, insurance, and here there are lots of bills to pay. By the end of the month, you're left to like let's say 500. You can't even save. I'm not. I mean, I just do part-time jobs, and what I earn in a month, I don't save. So I can't save a lot unless I don't go to class at all and I'm killing myself to work. And the kind of work we do
look,
here as students are because of their language.
let
We don't get flexible jobs to do because of their language. You'll be
look
lucky to
at this
get a
here.
job in the university, which is very flexible. But aside from that, the jobs you do outside, when people go to Ghana, they don't
Yeah,
tell you that this is the kind of work I'm doing here. It's not easy. It's very, very hard.
you know,
Standing for eight
in my
hours, standing for
country,
12 hours.
in my country, even
Yeah.
if you work by cleaning gutters and you get paid $1,000 a month, I'm telling you that no one is going to respect you. Besides, in Ghana here, we work 8 hours a day. Just imagine a young girl who has completed senior high school working 8 hours a day, and every month this little girl gets paid just $100. Think of this.
In a
They make
month.
sense.
Yeah, that's very
In a
bad though.
month,
Very bad.
you see,
So one thing I
and
like
this
about
same person,
One thing I like about Europe or Canada or America is nobody cares what you do. But if you clean gutter, nobody looks down on anybody. Nobody cares.
of
But in
course,
Ghana, we have like a stereotype. If you are cleaning, someone is like, yeah, nobody cares. Because you're
even
making your money legally.
your own parents, or your own family is going to tell you that upon all the school you went, the degrees you have, you are cleaning gutter.
Yeah. people
You see,
have
so
people have
we
degrees and they are cleaning.
yeah, but here
Yeah.
we don't respect that.
Yeah.
That is why
True.
me, I'm telling everyone, I would love to influence everybody to leave if you think you have the
No.
opportunity. Don't go because you think Europe life is better or whatever. See, if
Yeah.
you go there, cold will catch you and you die.
Yeah. I think
So when
the
you are
end
going,
line is if you want to travel, travel with a purpose. Don't travel
a
because you think
purpose.
if I travel I'm going to make it. Don't put that in your head because if you go, you're going to be so disappointed. I'm telling you.
Great,
Ah,
great. Someone like me, I'll never travel because if I don't have anyone there, I don't think I would go. Yes, that is
yeah,
one
that's
thing.
true.
But so far, so good. I know you. I know Michael.
But you don't want to come to Germany. Maybe you go to Stephanie's place in Canada.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
So now let's
yeah.
talk to Stephanie. Stephanie, please introduce yourself. You know the topic for today. We're talking about why you are in Canada right now. What was the main reason why you left Ghana? Okay. So first introduce yourself. She's shy.
Hi, my name is Stephanie Abuta, and currently an international student, master's in French and Francophone intercultural studies in Canada. And I
Whoa,
went to
Woo.
Holy Child like Fidel. She was my dog. Yeah.
I
Thank you
feel
so much
that.
for
We'll talk
coming.
about that later anyway. Yeah. So it's that. And what again? Yeah, I went to King University for my bachelor's. Also read French. Went to France for a year abroad. So I think I can play like two roles: French. I
Yeah.
mean France,
Stephanie,
sorry, and
Stephanie,
Canada.
I think you are the next diplomatic consultant for Ghana.
Amen. Because you
Yes.
probably
Trust me.
just need that anyway. Okay,
Great.
so I don't know which of the countries I should talk about. Or I should talk about my general experience.
Yeah. First, you give
General
us like the
experience will
main
be
reason
best.
why you left Ghana.
Okay,
Why
so
did you
for
leave?
France, the first one was because of school. When you do French, you have to like go outside for this exposure. Either you go to an African francophone country or you'd go to France. And that was my first time in Europe. I didn't really like it. That's why I
Okay.
decided to choose another continent for my master's. So my main inspiration is from my dad because he did his master's in Germany. And he's
Okay.
always like, you have to do your master's, you have to do your master's, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So now it was time to choose the country. And I had opportunities for France, but I'm like, I need a different,
No. Yes.
yeah, different view of the world. So that's why I chose Canada. Canada because it's bilingual. English and French are
Mm-hmm.
both official languages. I read French. Yeah. So I think it was more of a plus. And yeah, my boyfriend was also here. So
Hey.
so I mean it was most ideal to like
Yeah.
because for France I was tired of being lonely, even though we had
Okay.
like Ghanaian people. But if you don't live some people's lifestyle, you can still be lonely despite the fact that you're in your community. So
Yeah.
that's why I chose Canada. And oh yeah,
Yeah. I heard Canada is a nice place actually.
yeah, nice
Yeah.
people. Immigration policies are also great. So
Okay. So
yeah.
for you,
And how's
since
the
you've not
weather there in
been.
Canada, Stefan?
Pardon?
How's the weather in Canada?
Oh yeah, the
Also
weather is
good?
the only bad aspect, but I'm used to it. -50. If
Yeah.
Falawan is
Is
ready
it
for that.
minus 50 degrees Celsius?
Not Fahrenheit, so degrees.
Degrees? Minus
Degrees.
Yeah,
50,
that's
like
how cool.
50.
Extremely cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm a student in University of Regina, Saskatchewan. But I've run away
Okay.
from Saskatchewan because it's very cold. So I'm now in Ontario because
Oh,
it's
nice.
warmer.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so for you did not leave Ghana because you thought Ghana is like that bad, or
I
you
mean,
might
I
not
was
get the
working.
best of education there. It's just a preference that you wanted to study in Canada.
Yeah. I don't really see. I think I would agree with Falawan because in Ghana, I was working. I didn't really have any problems with,
Yeah.
when you come here, everyone is like, don't come back. Ghana is hard. But honestly,
Yeah.
to be very honest, I don't really agree with that entirely because people are in Ghana making it more than some of us here. People are
Yeah.
also here
True.
making it better than. So it's just, I think, I just wanted a different view of the world, basically.
Yeah.
That's why.
So now let's look at your
Stephanie,
challenges. Yeah. Okay, Falawan, go
you
ahead.
said something that most people are in Ghana and they are making it.
I said some, not most.
But to me, some, some. And with the little people, with that some,
Mm-hmm.
to me, I have done my research,
Mm-hmm.
and I think most of them, which is that little sum of people,
Mm-hmm.
left the country and they came back.
Nah, could be true.
And most of them now are the most influential people, which, let me say, people are looking up to them
Mm-hmm.
recently in the new Ghana times, right? Because most of the people who have big companies, they make alcoholic drink, herbal drinks, they left the country. So at a time, even if you start here, you
Mm-hmm.
will be forced to leave Ghana and come back. So I think I don't really see anything wrong if one should leave the country, because it's like it's an opportunity. We don't have everything here. We have
Yeah.
all the resources,
Mm-hmm.
but we don't have what we can use to process that particular resources. So when it gets to your turn, you would definitely leave the country. I know this man who always speak, and he is a diplomatic consultant. That is why I also said you would one day become like that particular man, which is his name is Al Wahab Farouk, and he is a diplomatic consultant for most countries like Spain, Papua Guinea, and most of the island countries
Okay.
we see today. And what he said, what he studied very well in Ghana here. He knew most of the histories in the world, superpower countries, the G6 or the G7, which they call themselves the seven superpower countries of the world, blah, 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 blah. But a time came, he had no option than to leave the country to further. So definitely, no matter how it takes or no matter how it is, when you get to a certain level of your success, I think nobody will tell you to leave. You will leave
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. It's true.
And
Because I
Yeah.
believe.
just to add to the conversation,
Mm-hmm.
and I, to some extent, I agree with what Falawan is saying. Because we all know, for instance, a country like China 30 years ago or 40 years ago was considered, still maybe they are considered to be a developing country, but now they've really advanced and they are competing with the United States, boot for
Yeah.
boot, to have the best
Okay.
economy in the world.
When you're done,
Yeah.
when you're done.
Okay, so what did they do? They imported knowledge. They actually made their people go outside, come to Europe, go to United States of America to learn, and then come back.
Yeah.
And for instance, if you look at Ghana, a developing country like Ghana, if you also want to get to that particular level, then
Mm-hmm.
we also need to start importing knowledge, and that is our people
Yeah.
moving to probably to Europe or to America to study, to equip themselves, and then come back and then help their country. So it's a step in the right direction because whether we like it or not, now Ghana, looking at where we are and the state of the art facilities, it will be difficult to, let's say, groom our people
Mm-hmm.
um, for us to attain a certain level that we have for most of the developed countries. So we need to import knowledge, and the best thing is for most of our people, our young people, to also travel to gain experience and then come back and help the country. Yeah, so that's what I would add to the conversation
Yeah. I
so far.
think that's like
Okay.
a very good point.
Great. I wanted to say one thing.
Mm-hmm.
With all the countries that are superpowers of today's world,
Mm-hmm.
which is, let me see, China, US, Germany, Japan, Korea, Russia, Belgium, Netherlands, Italy, Spain, France. You see these countries that I'm mentioning to you. Now they all have one secret, which no African country can ever do that. You see, all these people, do you know what they did? They kept education aside after the World War. They went back to their homes, and for me, I know about China. China told everyone that go to your homes, go and learn something. and come out with it. So for so many years ago, no Chinese university was working. Chinese universities just came in existence like 40, 50 years ago. Their universities was shut down. Everything was shut down. The same as Germans. Germans did the same thing. Koreans did the same thing. Japan did the same thing. Now, United States of America was the only country that interfered into the World War to make things settle at peace. And they also did the same thing. You see, all these countries did the same thing. The country I know of, which is United Kingdom, England, they had the money. So they had to sponsor. So if you could wish, or if you really want to know, when you go to England now, most of the things which are being manufactured or built in England were not built by the same English people. It was foreigners. So these are some of the things these people did way back. We never knew about it.
Yeah.
In Ghana, no president can ever come today and say that, hey, uh, everyone should go to their homes. Let's do practicals. Let's build our farms. Let's do this. Let's do this. They, they will just vote you out. It's
Yeah.
simple as that. It's very easy. So to me, I think these people had done their homework well. And no African, the only thing that African country we can do to build ourselves, if only we can stop corruption. And corruption is also starting from the homes. African homes. That is where the corruption is starting from. So it will not stop today or tomorrow.
Yeah.
You see, everywhere is blocked in this country to the extent that I know a policeman in Ghana here who always want to try to act or be in a good duty when it's his time. And do you know what his colleagues tell him? That we all work together, we do things together. Now
Yeah.
when it's your time on duty, you want to play the good man. Please be careful. You see, if five people are corrupt, you alone, you can never be the good one in it. It won't work. You have to
They'll
be also, you
influence
have to
you.
also be corrupt. You see, so these are some of the things I think the youth we need to learn, we need to know, we need to discover some things other countries did to become what they are now.
Yeah.
You know, and there is one thing over here in Africa that I think it is enslaving us. When you don't go to school, it feels like there is nothing you can do. You are out of the system. You are dead. You're gone.
Our education
Yes.
system is
So if you that is why when you come here, I could tell you that 80% of the youths are into nursing.
pumping.
hmm
That's a topic
80%
for
of
another
the
day.
Ghanaian youth, yes, we're all into
Because
nursing,
yeah.
you know. So I think we really need to do our homework well. We really need to do some research,
Mm-hmm.
you know, before we try to move a step to something. That'll
Yeah.
help Africans. That'll help Ghana as well. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
Okay, so like, let's go back to Stephanie. Stephanie, you are in Canada. Okay, a lot of people have high expectations for Canada. Like, when I get to Canada, I'm going to get a job after school. I know I'm going to get a job. Canada is this, Canada is that. Tell us what's the reality, okay? Because people have so many, even me. I think maybe I think the same thing. So let's clear this air about Canada.
Canada.
I'm
Okay.
sure it has positive and the negative, so you can just put everything together.
Honestly, I don't know. It's a very dicey situation if you ask me, because it's like every other week I get someone asking, I'm tired of Ghana. Ghana is hard. I need to leave Ghana. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. It's like, and I tell them that honestly, if you're suffering in Ghana, I'm not saying you cannot make it here in Canada, but okay, let's start. Someone is in Ghana, right? The person is
Yeah.
unemployed. You need to follow certain protocols before you come to this country. You need to have
Mm-hmm.
money, you need to have like maybe some education, work experience, all of these things. And it depends. Are you coming as a student or are you coming as a permanent resident? We have two
Yeah.
pathways for Canada. So most often people come in as students, and the moment they land, they are I don't know
The
who or what
expectation.
Yes, I don't know whether maybe okay, maybe Canada is paradise on earth. So when they come, they are just like, oh, Stephanie, I know that when I come here, I'm going to get a job. And I'm like,
Chill.
look, we are fighting with Nigerians, we are fighting with Indians, we are fighting with the Chinese. These three
Yeah.
nationalities are like, I could even say they even surpass the population of the Canadians themselves. I'm exaggerating, yes, but
Yeah.
these people come here, especially the Nigerians, they come in here and they establish businesses. They open African shops, they open
Yeah.
eateries and stuff like that. So when Nigerian students come in here, I would say they find it easier to get jobs in Walmart because they have their people in there. But
Yeah.
as Ghanaians, honestly, we are very selfish people. I've come to realize that it's true. I've come
Thank
to
you.
realize that
It's
Ghanaian
a
people
fact.
are very selfish. People have told me when I came to Regina, because of my experience in France, I've had this mentality that when I come, I'm not going to mingle with my people. Not to push my people aside, but I would rather mingle with other nationalities because of what networking. Because I've realized that Ghanaian people, they are
We don't like helping each other.
yeah, they're like some
Exactly.
temporary weather people. Like when it's sunny, they're in your life. When it's
That
raining,
it's simply
I
selfish.
think it's not
It's
everywhere.
the
When
it's
she's
fact.
I
done,
think
I
it's
will add up. When she's done about the Ghanaian thing, it's different on my side though.
aha.
Yeah.
Let
So
me let me let me tell you this. You see, a Ghanaian saw my mom in town, right? And my mom was like, "Hi, it's saying," and
Your
the
mom
person
is in
started
where's your
speaking.
mom? Is she in which
My
country?
mom is in my mom is in England,
Okay, okay.
and the person started speaking the British English as if say she was born in England. But you see, the funny thing, during church service, my mom saw her speaking tree with others. You know,
anyway,
you see, you see, you see,
Yeah.
you see Ghanaians, you see Ghanaians, and I'm like, why would a Ghanaian do this? But you see, in Asia, I think I was buying food or something like that, and a Nigerian saw me. He was like, "Omo, my brother, how far now?" And I was like, "Whoa, I've met my own blood here. Like, what's
Yeah.
up?" And he gave me a lift. He took me to my hostel, and then I went. But you see, a Ghanaian will be like, he doesn't know you.
Mm-hmm.
You see the things we're facing in Africa. So
Yeah.
to me, I think what you're saying is not like I think, is the fact. When you meet a Ghanaian abroad, trust me, there are no more Ghanaians. Oh,
well,
now they
relative.
belong. Yes, I'm telling you, it's a
Waffleized.
fact.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go
So
back
let
to
me just,
Stephanie.
I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
let's go
go
back to
back to what
Stephanie.
I was saying.
Yeah.
So that's one aspect of it because we don't like to help each other. We don't have that entrepreneurial, I mean, mindset. We limit ourselves. We are always like, okay, when I finish school, I'll search in the big, like maybe Sax still. That's like maybe I'll
Yeah.
Vodafone here or Orange or this or that or that. And it's very difficult, honestly. It's back to before even that, when you're coming into Canada, forget your CV and your qualifications and whatever, whether you've been president or Vodafone. See, I always give people this illustration that when you're coming into this country, pretend the plane is in your mother. The moment you land here, you've been given birth to as a newborn.
Yeah.
Leave everything at Kotoka, whether you were and prepare to start afresh. If it's, I've seen Ghanaians bolaka like they hang on it. Oh, they are doing it here. People, as you said, people are
Yeah.
cleaning gutters, people
Yeah.
washroom. I was working in a restaurant, and honestly, it was stressful. And I even
Yeah.
got that job because of the way I speak my English. That was the reason
Wow.
why. So Canadians came to submit their resume. I mean, Jamaicans, more, I mean, people were coming, but I had to wait like 2 months when I landed to get the job. And that's even like a cashier job. How much were they even paying? $11 per hour. My province, Canada also has like, it's more like how we have regions in Ghana, right? But like per every region, you have different tax rates, different,
Okay.
what do you call them? Minimum wages. So my
Yeah.
province has the lowest minimum wage. Like in, I think I'll verify later, but I think we have the lowest. So you're taking
Okay.
11 bucks per hour, and like,
So it's per the standard of living in that state.
hey, it's not good. And Canada once more has two types of taxes. So let's say you see a bottle of water. I think in Europe they put everything together, right? What you
Yeah.
see is what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
remember that.
yeah, yeah.
But here, what you see isn't what you pay for. So you see
Okay.
a bottle of water, say $5. You're like, I can pay for this. But before you realize, they have applied what provincial tax, they've applied the federal tax, and you're paying close like $7.
Yeah.
And also per the job thing, it's we work per shift. So
Okay.
you don't expect we international students are allowed, I think just like Germany, 20 hours per week.
20 hours a week. Yeah.
Yes. And you don't have to expect that you're going to get a 20-hour per week schedule. Sometimes you're
Mhm.
going to get 2 hours per week. So that's what 11 times 2, which is $22.
Small money.
Small is so the reality on the ground isn't that they're and another thing people have been saying, they say, oh, I went on this site indeed.com. I'm sure everyone knows Indeed.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, there are so many jobs. They are looking for they do it in comparison with the job you're doing in Ghana. So for instance, if this person is a math teacher, the person is going to say, oh, there's a math teaching job in Canada. So I can get it. I can apply quickly and
Yeah.
come. And I'm like, yo, pause. These guys here, they have their own credentials that they need. Like maybe you have to pass some level of education,
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
some certification before you can teach kids over here. So it's not as if the jobs are being advertised, therefore they want you. There are people in the country,
Yeah.
and there's a ranking that they give to people before they like give you a job. So the
Yeah.
citizens will be considered first, then the permanent residents will be considered. Even refugees are considered before we, the international students.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't sit back home in Accra, Ghana, or Kaswa or wherever
Wherever.
and say that, hey, I'm going to look for my uncle's bank statement. I'm
Uh,
going
Come.
to look for ticket. You it go over you, as they say, it go over
Now,
you.
wow.
Premiums, yes. Premiums, yes.
Yeah.
You go
You know,
cry.
even in Canada, where it's an English speaking country and you are from Ghana, it's easier for you. You can interact. So you can imagine we students in Germany that
France, I didn't even get
looking
a
for a
job. I gave
job
up.
without you speaking German, it's hard. There are jobs where you can do without German, but to be honest with you, those jobs are like very, very hard. It's going to break your bones and things. I'm telling you,
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
exaggerating. Those jobs
if
are
if you are not
hard
mental, if you are not
jobs.
physically strong, or you see Ghanaians say, excuse me, say sorry for interrupting Fidelis, but we are lazy. You see how we are brought up. Me, I wasn't brought up the traditional way. As I
Mm-hmm.
said, my dad went to gym. He will tell you every day he used to work
Yeah.
in the winter, his nose would be running. My mom was also doing the same thing. So he brought us up in that light that there's nothing like this job is for women, this house chore is for men. Mm-mm-mm. If it's
Mm-hmm.
weeding, we are all weeding. If it's this, we are all doing it, my brother and I. But
Mm-hmm.
the typical Ghanaian household, and the girls, you just have to sweep. You, the boys, you do like this.
Yeah. It's like when you travel out, you are more exposed now. For instance, for me, what I'm going through now, I've never like combining work with studies. It's very hard. Trust me, like it's so hard. Like last week, I went to work. I came back. I went to work at 2. I closed at 10. And I got home like 10:45. And the next day I had a lab session. My lab session is like an oral exam.
Mm-hmm.
And I've not even opened the manual and I have to start learning from 12. And I have like 17 pages to read. It's so challenging. Yeah, I was
Why
like,
would
what
you
am
come
I
to
doing here? But I feel like it's worth it at the end. It's going to pay off. Okay. So you can imagine Stephanie saying job challenges in Canada. So you coming from
Yeah.
Ghana where you can speak English, blah blah blah. So imagine you coming to Germany. If you want to come to study in Germany, yeah, the best thing to do is study German, at least A1 level, basic German before coming, because it's really going to help you in finding better jobs, like as a part-time. I've worked in a restaurant before, like Stephanie, and It was cool, but I just didn't enjoy it. Like sometimes people ask for some things in German, and I learned a lot of German from the restaurant actually, but I didn't really enjoy that kind of work. And there are also other side jobs you can do. But as I said, if you have German knowledge, then there are better options for you as a student. Yeah, Michael, your job experience in Germany as a student, how challenging was it? You know how
Yeah,
people have the perception that as soon as they come, after a week, they're going to get a job. It's not like that. It's hard actually.
yeah, it's very hard. And just to touch on the few things that Steph already made mention of. Yeah, I think Steph said most Ghanaians are really selfish, and I think this particular thing it's something that every human being has a tendency of being selfish. But for me personally, one thing I've realized, and depending on where I find myself, as in here in Kyo, I would say we are extremely different, and
Yeah,
that's because
definitely.
the Ghanaian community here were able to bring ourselves together, and we made it a point to help whoever that we meet.
Yeah,
And for me, I will attest to it. And so I think with that subject, it's really relative,
it's relative. Yeah.
and yeah, it's really relative. And so I wouldn't say it's something that we really have to emphasize on.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, maybe you might meet someone, the person might be selfish, but we can't generalize the whole thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I've had good experience with you guys.
Ex-
For instance,
ex-
Michael here is a president for Ghanaian students here, and when we came, we felt at home. Like I remember, like they even had like a birthday for me and other people in this web, like in October, and I felt at home. Like
Wow.
oh, I met a new family here. You know, it was so nice. They were so welcoming. When we came, some students did not have a place to stay. Michael was one of the people to accommodate students who came in October. So Ghanaians here
Wow.
for me, I've had good experience with Ghanaians. That one, no
Yeah.
doubt about that. No doubt at all.
Yeah. Steph,
Yeah.
I want you. I want your brother to speak. Let him help
Oh,
us
this
here.
is my
Who,
boyfriend. You say,
who
oh, your
said he's
brother.
her
Brother
brother?
Zumba.
Fella one.
Ah,
Oh yeah, he has spent more years than I have, so I think I would hand over to him.
Yeah, maybe if he has
Please,
like
brother, exchange.
what am I supposed
Come
to
and
say?
sit at my
you
place.
just tell us the reality of living abroad. People have
Why you
like
came to Canada? You have to introduce yourself. Right?
Okay,
hello,
George.
you're welcome. Please, what's
Thank
your
you.
name?
George Addison.
Oh, you're welcome to our
I
live stream.
completed
Okay.
my MSc in computer science
Okay.
2 months ago.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, Brock University.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And I'm currently
Wow.
working at a biotech facility where I
Oh,
work
great.
there as a systems developer.
Okay.
And I
Great.
also teach. Yeah, and I'm also an instructor part time for my old university. So kind of combine the two jobs together.
Oh,
Biggie.
okay.
Great.
Okay.
Great.
So you
Great.
are like
Great.
one of the
Great. Great.
success stories, yeah?
Yes,
Yeah, what
yes.
I
Yeah,
like is
well,
success stories.
but
Okay,
you
okay.
have
Want
to
to hear
start
things
from
like that
somewhere.
too.
Yeah, but you have to start from
Tell
somewhere.
them where you started from. Please.
When I came to Canada, you
Tell
know,
them what the kind of jobs you're looking for and what you want.
I don't want to kill anyone's dream, but yeah, let me just start. Okay, so when I came to Canada in 2018,
Okay.
and yeah, gained admission like September for the fall term. So I started.
Mm-hmm.
When I came to Canada with just $500, I think. Oh yeah, why are you laughing?
Oh, see it.
Yeah, so no, I would say I came with $1,000. After
Okay.
paying rent first and last, I was just left with just $200. So let's say I was broke
Wow.
because I had to eat, I had to do a lot of things. And I was supposed to be a TA, but funny enough, my record was not in the account. So I wasn't paid for the first 3 months of TAing. So you should imagine.
What?
Yes.
Ah, he didn't sue them.
Oh,
What can you do?
yeah,
Hey,
that's the funny
me, I
thing.
don't joke with money. Oh. Ah,
We all don't joke with money over here. So I was trying to, back in Ghana, I was a mobile app developer. So I thought when
Okay.
I came here, oh, I could get a job in IT easily, but my brother, my sister, it was a big joke. It was a big joke. See, they don't even look at your credentials, whether
Yeah.
you did programming back in Ghana. No, we don't do that here. We don't do that here.
Great.
So I had to, I had to start from scratch. So I
Yeah.
applied to a restaurant and I started working there as a dishwasher. And they liked how I
Wow.
washed the plates. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I
Yeah,
started
we
as
call
a
it
my
a
own
CV,
chance.
a CV job.
See, the plates I've washed there. Hey, I've not see if Auntie Memuna wants
I'm
to call me,
proud.
I come and wash the plates for something you will never do at Auntie Memuna's watching. Massa here, forget about everything. So I had to, bring myself down and started washing dishes. And eventually, like the employers liked me and all that. So
Yeah.
they were like, "Oh, this guy is good. Let's just move him from dishwashing to, basser." So they moved me from there to be a basser, and a basser technically is someone who actually clears the table and sets the table.
Mm-hmm.
And with that one too, within 3 months, they also liked how I worked. So they moved me from that position to become a server slash supervisor slash bartender.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that,
Yay.
oh yeah. Like I
If
start
it were to
getting
be in Ghana, Nka, you'll be at Labadi Beach.
You
yeah,
know something? You mentioned dishwashing. Yeah.
yeah,
Some people,
dishwasher.
I have worked in a restaurant before. I was just serving food. But I used to take some of the bowls to the kitchen where they wash the dishes, and I see how they do it. It's really hard.
Yeah,
It's
and
hard.
you
Dish,
start your
even though there's
shift.
a dishwasher, you should tell them. Please explain it, like how hard that job is.
It's not the one that we do.
See, it's not Auntie Memuna Wache cleaning some. No, it's not that one. Some this one, the plates are heaped up. Like
Yeah.
it's a popular restaurant, so a lot of people go there.
Yeah.
So you should imagine, like we could have reservation, like 5,000 reservations, and one family would have like over, let's say, 100 plates. 100
Mhm.
plates. So you should imagine like people
And then you
coming,
have to
going,
like wash
and
and send it
you are
back.
given timelines and deadlines because they always have to keep on dishing.
Yeah.
So if you are slow, they come to you, "Hey, what is going on back here? Like we need plates."
Yeah.
You know
Talk
that
about how
pressure.
the food like spills on your clothes
No,
and your
and
shoes smell.
yeah, after a day's work, like you smell like rotten fish. Yeah, like yes.
And
And
you have to
I'm
go back to your books.
exactly, and I'm allergic to mushrooms too, and they like eating mushrooms here. So anytime I go, like at the end of the week, you see spores all over my body. Like whenever I touch mushrooms, like I also develop spores on my body. Like it looks like mushroom, but it's not mushroom.
Yo,
But
it's okay.
yeah, so that's what happened. I always had to go to the clinic for them to give me
Yeah.
creams to use, allergy creams and all that. And it's not easy because you close from work at 2 a.m. That was the time I was getting home.
I'll find
And I
Mhm.
have to also sit down and study.
Yeah.
And
Because,
do your
Hard.
TA work too.
and I also have to mark. And I also have to teach, prepare to teach. Like all this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was very, very hectic. Like it has never been easy right from the start.
Even though
And
you
even
had a scholarship, right?
yeah, I had a scholarship
Yeah.
too.
So say that.
Yes. But
Okay. Okay.
The
Okay.
scholarship don't want to like cover
scholarship
everything. Even
won't
same
cover
for me.
everything. So
Oh,
you
okay.
have to try. I had to also pay fees as well.
Even
To
though
be
you have a
honest,
scholarship.
if not for my supervisor, I'm not sure I would have completed school by now. I can make the cabin.
And they
Because
add interest too.
yeah, my
What, bro?
supervisor. Oh,
Oh, sorry.
very rough.
Oh,
It's
Very rough.
not paying off. It's paying
Yeah,
off.
exactly.
It's
It's
paying
not
off.
easy.
But
Yeah.
now all the money come there or there.
Oh, we can't do in there. We can't do in there.
With the money, small. We did inside small. But
Wow.
yeah, like, and I also got a job like as what do they even call them? Mobile bankers. We'll call them mobile bankers in Ghana. Yeah, and with this job, you have to convince people to get credit cards, like to apply for credit cards, and it wasn't easy because you have to go from filling station to filling station. That's like the target.
And
And
when
they
they
give you
post you like by a motorway,
yeah,
just like
highway.
Accra motorway, they are stopping cars. But you
Massa, and yeah, easy.
so what about the police threats, the bags in your face?
Oh, see, and the way people used to slap me with bags and just
Get
trying to Like
Yeah, black guy.
it
Charlie.
wasn't easy. Like
Wow.
it's never
So
been.
like, let's talk about this here.
Oh, this year.
Okay, right now you are done with school and you've gotten a job, right?
Yep.
So I would say
But
you're
even
one of the
with the
success
job,
stories.
with the job,
Was How easy was
it
it?
wasn't easy. It wasn't
Yeah.
easy to get a full-time job after school. Me, I'll say I'm blessed and I'm lucky to have gotten a job immediately, because most often you
Most
wouldn't
of the
get
Ghanaians
a
here,
job immediately after
they are
completing
working in
school.
warehouses.
Some people have been grinding, working the abattoir, and some people also
Grinding
pack
meat.
books after school, and they do it, sir, for 2 years. And but for me to get this job, to be honest, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
The number of, if I should tell the number of interviews I've gone
Hmm.
to, and what's if, like, I don't know, and
Yeah.
some jobs too, because of the COVID, I lost them. Because I
Mm-hmm.
was promised the job, and because of the COVID, like, as a mobile app developer in a company, in a renowned company here, like, but because of the COVID, they told me they weren't hiring again. So you should imagine, like, the sadness and everything, because you've been told after school just start working, and all of a sudden you call and they tell you, oh, sorry, we are not hiring
Oh,
again.
sorry.
And the most annoying thing and funny thing is they'll tell you better luck in your job search. Like, I mean, this is so painful.
Man.
How much like you have to push to get this
So
job?
you
Oh
guys,
God.
yeah,
Have
that's
to
like
push
some of the
it
realities
regularly.
of living and
Yeah,
studying
even with
here.
this
We
job,
have like we have high expectations. So I'm just have this in mind that
I don't
yeah,
know.
you can face anything at all. I mean, you can be lucky. You as for the jobs, they don't expect any office job. When you're coming from Ghana, you're going to use a certificate.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
No, 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 no.
Forget, put it aside, okay? You're going to do here. We call them lager jobs. Michael, how do you call it?
Yeah, it's not easy.
Do you
Like,
know
You
Dishwashing,
made mention of it. I'm
cleaning,
like,
we have
I
warehouse,
menial jobs here?
no, it's not
menial jobs. Yeah,
for these jobs.
They
See,
have
just
jobs
be
from
ready
hand
to
to mouth
work.
to
me,
like
I
survive.
know people who come in like, oh, me, chance more,
Shit.
but see,
They are suffering.
the guy came last year and I was advising him that, hey, see, and I was even telling him that currently I'm a supervisor at the workplace. I can get a job, because here it's not like Ghana that you say, oh, no.
Mm.
Once you refer the person, you say, because I do a good job, then once I refer you, you automatically get the job. So they don't really like interview you
Mm-hmm.
much. They just want to know your behavior, because I can be good, but you can come with a bad attitude, which they
Yeah,
don't like. Like, if you are someone who feels like you're on top, and no, don't employ you. Don't even look at your face twice. They'll use, see, even at the office that I'm working now, we use our people's CVs to do posters. See, it's not easy. People see
yeah,
that they've applied, like they've printed and they're applying for job at the
Thing to
workplace.
save paper.
They write things on it and post it, like, notice, do this, do no, like. So if you don't humble yourself for people to look at you, even at the interview, don't brag about, hey, I've done this. No. Just keep a calm face, like, try to talk to them, like, level
yeah.
with them.
Just be
Because if you
humble. Just
because
be
if you
humble.
brag about, oh, I did this, I did that, like,
Mm-hmm.
they are gonna see this guy like, okay, so this guy, when he comes here, he's gonna be bragging all the time, like he's gonna feel on top. No, they are going to
Yeah,
bounce
they
you on the
really
spot.
love personality, and
So
that's one
that
thing
is very,
about
very
these
key.
people.
Just humble yourself. When they talk to you, tell them what you can do, what you've done before,
You can
like,
learn on the
and
job.
and you hope that you can also learn more, because you are not perfect. No one is perfect. So
Exactly.
that is what you have to do. Me, even the dishwashing job safe, I had to tell them that, and they gave it to me. And Sam, I already chance in Charlie. But like,
Okay,
it's
that's
not a bad
unexpected.
thing.
That was
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's
Yeah,
not a big
no.
deal.
You see, when
Yeah.
you tell people in Ghana that you're washing place, and they feel like
disrespected yourself.
you've lowered yourself, like,
Oh, you know,
way.
in
Just
in
we
this
just want to
country,
survive.
they will tell you that apu okwabrichi cry and chance him no juju.
Exactly. Same thing the guy said. Now he's packing books at some warehouse. I told him that, see, he will lower himself to the degree that he has never. Like, he thought I was cursing him. I was like, no, this thing is
You
not a
know,
curse.
there is this friend of mine who is in England as I'm speaking, and she came from Kumasi. And because her parents are citizens in this United Kingdom, automatically she has a British book. She has everything that a citizen needs.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine who left Ghana with a European Union passport, It took him, I think, 3 months to get a job.
Hmm.
And this guy always keep influencing this lady to go get a job. And the lady keeps talking, oh, because of COVID, job is scarce and blah, 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 blah. So this guy went online to look for a job for this lady. And it was this kind of home care stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And I think they were paying huge amount to Charlie, the money,
Yeah, home
$17
Home
care.
then
care
things
job is really
or
cool.
Charlie, the lady, could you believe that? The guy gave the lady's number to the company to call back. And they called this lady several times. She never picked. She said she's not ready to do home care.
Hey.
And
Home care
the
is one
funny
of the
thing is,
best jobs to even get to.
It's
Yeah,
true.
true.
the
Ah,
funny, you see,
me, the way I'm
the
looking for
funny thing and the most
something.
annoying thing is, she's even doing nursing.
Ah,
Ah.
Ah, dear,
In
ah.
Ghana.
You see, and when you go on her Instagram page, she always come live and she calls herself a celebrity. Then, and I'm like, look,
yeah.
people really need
After
this
Falawan, I
opportunity.
want
Yeah.
to tip something in.
People
Yeah.
need this opportunity. Me like this, like I'm saying, me if I one of my leg they could talk out, the other one I don't know the country they. I'm just waiting. I'm just I'm just waiting
Michael.
that I'll know that yeah, I'm moving here, then I'm gone. I won't wait cry.
Yeah,
Bola
definitely.
self we go carry am.
Michael, are you there?
Ah, Charlie. Ah, I didn't even
Michael,
realize
do you
that
have any
the Bola one I want.
anything to share with us? Your job challenges here,
Oh, okay.
when you
Let me
came,
add.
how
Yeah,
was it?
you know, when I came to Germany, Germany first before you come, they give you 6 months working visa, 6 months visa,
Yeah.
and so before you come, you have to go and extend the visa before you get your residence permits, and then your work permit is attached to the resident permits. Okay, but again, no, because my brother was here, and then he used to work in a warehouse. So when I came, he contacted a woman and then told the woman, yeah, he kind of wants to come to work.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't, he wasn't going personally, I was going in his name.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he arranged, everyone told him to come 6 o'clock p.m. He's going to work for 12 hours, but then I was going to work in his name. And around 2010, when he was here in Kiel, he started that job. Okay. So looking at that number of years that he did that job, the woman thought, oh, Eben is coming, an experienced guy. So he assigned him to a specific machine. Meanwhile, I was the one who was going to work for him. I went there, and then the shift lighter, we call it the shift leader, spoke to me in German. In fact, I was just looking at him. I didn't hear anything. He said I should go and then manipulate the machine. I just went there and I didn't know what to do. And I didn't even know how to ask him or tell
Yeah.
him I didn't understand what he said because he was speaking to me in German. And then if you look at his facial expression, he's speaking so aggressive and you dare not even ask him. You didn't understand what he said. So I was just standing there. He came and then he spoke German. That colleague, as in colleague, was
Yeah.
magst du?
What are you doing?
So I was just, was magst du? I didn't understand what was magst du means. Meant at that particular point in time. Just looking at him. Then what I heard was, he said, Scheiße. So he said, Scheiße. Then when he just, then he said, nah, it's come next about him a year. I cannot work with you. Was magst du?
Crazy.
Frank comes to next about him, then Nakausi. So he said, if I cannot work with him, I should go. But then I didn't understand what he was saying. Then he went to the machine. He realized that I didn't understand what he was saying. So he went to the machine and then he just did something very fast and then told me to do that particular thing. My goodness, that day, for the first time, I was shivering. Like I could feel like my soul had left my body. And then, and in fact, so just
Hey,
there,
this life no
then
balance.
so he
Charlie.
came again. He came again, and then he said, "Okay, fine. If I cannot do that, he's going to give me a machine. It's like a wagon. We call it wagon here in Germany. It's like a car.
A wagon.
You use it to pick the books that the machine was a warehouse, so the books that the machine had packed, and then you
Is that
take it
not
to
a forklift?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
kind of forklift, kind of. My goodness. So he gave it to me. I have never done that thing before. He just gave it to me and left. Hey, my
Oh,
goodness.
we'll be back.
Then so the thing
Everybody
is,
will bow.
I used the forklift, and then what happened was that I capsided the pallet with the books. All the
Oh,
books on it.
oh.
My goodness, the man
Where
came
she
in and
say, "Shall be she know, hey,
he was like, Kollege, what was yet? And then he was coming at me.
fast, fast, yeah, this man to the fast.
Oh
Like,
my
when man fast,
goodness.
fast, what?
Serious.
I'm like, if this man has not beat me today, he will never beat me again. Then he called the shit writer. The shit writer came. He came and then he was speaking German, just looking at him. I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like I've never done
Eh,
that
see,
before.
next time if they speak that language, speak Chi. Tell them that hey, Master Jai Jimmy, you know.
So so so
That was
so
his
so
first day.
Oh,
Michael,
that was
this
my
was your
first day.
first day? Yeah.
That was my first day.
Excellent.
me,
And
I remember when a Chinese man insulted me an Indian. An Indian said, "Gando, chuti ake" means you are crazy and mad.
Oh.
And I'm making and say "Henenim kosa benkwan," and then he started laughing. He started laughing.
Alama, the thing is, in this situation,
Yeah.
it's so difficult because you need money and
Mm-hmm.
you are in an
Yeah,
environment that will give you money,
Yeah.
and they
yeah,
are telling you to do something,
Yeah.
and all of it. You see, the thing is, even when you are there, you're already tensed up because
Yeah.
of the environment, and because you also
yeah.
need the money to do something. So it
Exactly.
wasn't it wasn't a nice experience. The woman called my brother and then told him was passiert, like gestern, du hat ein schlecht
You have
Arbeit
to
gemacht.
translate for them.
So he said, so he told my brother that what happened yesterday because he is an experienced person. Why did he do such a shitty job the other time? So he had to explain. Now the bottom line was it wasn't easy because one the language barrier
Yeah.
and
The language
uh,
barrier.
um, Germany it's very well it's even worse off because once you can't speak the language one it becomes very difficult for you to get a
Hard.
job.
Yeah.
And even once you get a job, the language will not make you feel happy. Because even it got to a time, anytime you're going to work, before you get to the warehouse, your heart is even beating. And then you realize that a man has turned into a woman, your heart is beating. You are even afraid to go to work.
Yeah.
It's true.
Because when you have work, when you have work, let's say at 6 p.m., 3 days for you to go for that shift, your heart is
It's
beating.
true. It's true. It's true.
The very day you're
Yeah.
going to that work,
But
from
I
morning
think
to the time you get there, your heart will be beating.
Mm-hmm.
some of us, right? To me, like this, when I was traveling to Asia, I had no idea. So, do you know what I did the 3 days before I was leaving? I had to download some applications that when someone speaks,
It will translate.
the phone will automatically translate it into English.
Mm.
So when I'm speaking with you like this and you tell me ni hao, automatically it replies in my earpiece, hello.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you get it? Then I also say hello to you. So you will be speaking to me in Chinese or maybe in Indian, but I will reply you perfectly in English. So if you can speak English, you get to know that the guy really understands whatever I'm saying, but Charlie, you they lie. All be earpiece and phone.
Yeah.
You see, that was the only thing that saved me, because I remember some time ago I went to a place called Gayland, which that particular place is like, let me see, it's like circle, but it's an a residential area. Most of the people that are there are billionaires. I got lost. I met this Chinese girl and I was like, hello, can you help me? This girl started speaking Chinese. Went straight for, I told her that, look, I don't understand your language. She said, oh, you speak English? I said, yes, English I speak. She said, okay, what problem? What problem? I said, I'm lost. I can't find my way. I'm going to Lavender Hill. He said, what? And I said, okay, stadium area. She said, okay, come, I help you. I help you. I said, okay, fine. Help me. Then she said, she's going to that same area. So I should hop in her car. And if you see some small girl be driving G wagon, Charlie, my heart, I don't want problem, because in Singapore, when you are being caught or when you are being arrested, they basically put you in a place called uh, they basically put you in a place called cold room, and cold room is like a room where it's freezed, like it's like a cell. So if your immune system is not that strong, trust me, you will die there.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
you would definitely die there. So this is what the lady did. She helped me. I got to my place and come and see. She left the following morning. This lady was looking for me in my hotel. I'm like, now they come search for me in my hotel for what? So you see,
Don't put into
these are some
trouble.
of the things I think people need. You know, when you're moving into a new country, at least, even if it is 3 minutes for you to enter your plane, I beg you, do some research. When you do the research, it helps you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It helps you.
Mm-hmm.
You get to know where you need to go, where you don't have to
Yeah.
go. Because to me, if it's not because of this application that I had on my phone with my earpiece, trust me, Enka, I'll be a fanfu. When
Mm-hmm.
they ask me how are you, I'll be looking at their faces like
Say
toys.
yes.
You see, so I think sometimes no, a bit of research would help. And to people who are in Ghana and they really want to travel outside the country, see, it is not a joke.
Yeah.
No matter what it is not a joke. The way we all want to leave Ghana and go to a different country,
Hmm.
maybe any other African country, we want to go to UK, Canada, Europe. Charlie, the job is not like it's on trizzle so that you will be plugging one by one. No,
Good
it is never
illustration.
like that.
True.
That thing,
Very
See,
true.
let me tell
the
you,
way people, the way, the way
I
people
see
Um,
think that,
Africans here,
hey,
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
see Africans here. They look like farmers or
hmm
something. Ah,
hmm
like
but
the
Filos,
nature of them.
let me
But
just
when
let
they
me
go
also
back
add
home, they will looking
Filos,
shepherd. You see
Filos.
Africans here. You
That's
know,
what I wanted
like
to
on
chip
the
in
run, no,
after
everybody's
Palawan.
on the
Boga,
run
Charlie,
Yes,
basically.
I'll jump
Charlie,
in.
Filos,
Like, what?
Boga Buffy, Boga
Filos,
Buffy, Boga Buffy, share.
let me just add
I
something
think
to it
Michael
also.
Michael wants to say something.
Yeah,
Michael wants to say something, yeah.
just also to round up, by my experience, and so like when these things happen, then I remembered what my break brother told me before I was coming, that I should make sure I learn the basic German before
Yeah.
I I get here, because one thing about Germany is that the job opportunities, they are here,
Mm-hmm.
they are here. That is the
Yeah.
truth. But the only thing that serves as a barrier here is the language,
Yeah.
of course. And for instance, what Steph's boyfriend said with his IT, if he's in Germany,
That one is
believe you me,
easy.
it's hot cake.
Very, very easy. Hot cake. You don't even need to go to school here. Just come with IT.
Hot cake. The moment you finish, your
Eh,
money is there,
Yeah,
and
in
then
Germany, yeah, it's very
see,
easy.
IT is hot
me,
cake, and then you are
I get
wasting your
plenty
3,000.
IT set too.
Yeah. So the
Plenty.
language,
It dey yes,
the
but I
language.
go throw am away soon.
Yeah, so the language is very important. And for
Yeah.
instance, the warehouse job, you only do some of these jobs when in Germany, based on my experience here, and you only do this warehouse job when you you can't speak the language fluently.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once because the German system, they've created a lot of job opportunities, a lot. And believe you me, the language, once you master the language, come on, things will be better. Now, for us as students, the problem is our language, our education, our programs are done in English. And so before you come to Germany, you don't need to speak German.
Mm-hmm.
And once you're on university campus, you speak English with people.
Mm-hmm.
You see. But so when
Okay,
we come here,
Michael.
we face a yeah.
Um, I want to ask you one question. I've been hearing that in Germany, no matter how much more you are educated or you have a certificate, you'll never get an office job. Like you can never be a boss or something like that unless
That's
it's
not
your
true.
own job.
That's
But
not true.
people, that is why they leave Germany to England so that they can work for themselves or something. I don't know. How true is that?
Yeah.
No, I don't it's not true. It's not true because I've met people, I've met probably I've met people who are Africans, Ghanaians, and then they are occupying top positions
Yeah.
in Germany. The thing is, you see,
We even have
the,
like a lecturer in our university, a Ghanaian lecturer, a professor in our university.
exactly.
It's an
So
example.
it's yeah. So it's just that the competition is very fierce,
Mm-hmm.
and so of course you need to be extremely good, to also compete with these people. So it's not that easy, but that is not the case. Once you are good, come on, they'll
Yeah.
come for you. We have a professor, as
Okay.
Fidel said, Professor Udu Abdullahi, and
Yeah.
then he's a top-notch professor at the University of Kiel, and they don't joke with him because that man was extremely good. The thing is, you see, they have this perception, and that is it's very true. That when you're coming from Africa, like they feel like because of our structures, so already they kind of belittle us a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
you could
Very
see it
true.
when you go to
Very
class.
true.
You know, I went for an examination or examination, and then the professors were asking me questions. And the way I was answering, I could see from their faces that how come this black boy is answering questions like that? You could see. So after the exam, they came to me and told me, "Come on, uh, I did what I did was beyond reasonable doubt,
Mm-hmm.
and they are going to give me one of the best grades that anybody at all can attain." So I could see.
Same
It's
here.
But the
true.
moment they saw me as a black
Yes.
person, I'm like, you're
200.
like, this guy
Yeah.
wouldn't give me. That's the thing. So
Yeah.
before you'll be able to get those positions, come on, you need to be very good. You
Yes.
shouldn't be average. If you're average, then it's
Mm-hmm.
it's
It's
going to
true.
be
Yeah,
difficult.
it's
If
really,
you're
really.
average,
Because
Yeah.
it's the
yeah.
same experience I had with my supervisor. He's actually a German professor. And because I blew like his exam, like I blew his exam to that extent, like no one has gotten 100 in his course before. But I got 100. And he was like,
Wow.
that
I
is why, like,
I also
anytime.
heard I also heard with the European system, or let's say outside Africa, because of how our system is. For us, we are forced to learn the thing. Charlie, chew and
Exactly.
pour. You go read,
Yeah,
make it enter your head. So
exactly.
even if you are blockheaded, no matter how
This
it
year,
is,
you learn it.
when you come to Europe, everything becomes easy. Like the learning feels a bit easy
Yeah.
because here, mental every morning, Charlie, your math teacher taking day or top. You no go like cry, you go learn now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You get it. So I think that is also helping us because me, some of the things that I've been learning in my African Institute of Beer Studies, the lecturer sometimes begin to wonder, why you cry? The things you are even saying, me, I've not heard it. You see, because of YouTube, I need to edit videos, I need to do some other things. So I always do research. Then he begins to ask me questions like, where did you learn this from? Where did you do this from? Where did you see? So I think that is also helping us. That is helping us a lot. And
Mm-hmm.
it's
But
it's 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 good.
Falawan, I think what you're saying is very true. But because our education is also theoretical, at times when you come here, and here is more or less like practical, at times you realize that we lag behind. And if you've seen people who are in the let me say natural science or the science field, see the way they really struggle when they go to the lab and other things. You could see that you're lacking behind. So
Crazy.
it's not easy. Come on, it's not really easy. But of course, the way we learn, in Ghana, like you need to sit down and learn. It helps us, but that's not always the case. We also face a lot of challenges, and people would attest to it. But it's not the way of learning is not easy. So just to run up with the job experience, I would say, yeah, it's so difficult. But I realized that the gateway, especially I'm talking from the perspective of Germany, the gateway is for you to master
The
the
language.
language, and
Yeah.
24/7. That's what I'm doing, because that's the only way you can find your way through and then get
Yeah.
something lucrative. Or else you'll be doing these colleague jobs. You'll be packing
Yeah.
books.
What job?
This
Colleague.
colleague job. And because when people, they always call you colleague.
Colleague. When you
Ah,
gonna call you
colleague.
colleague? Colleague.
Yeah, colleague. Yeah. So yeah, that is it.
Even me, I've
Yeah.
had experience. Stephanie, you want to say something?
Yes.
Yeah.
You see, the main topic of the discussion is also
Yes.
why you traveled abroad or why
Yeah.
you want to travel abroad.
Yeah.
Right? I feel some people, they look at what some of our sorry, just a second. Okay. I don't want extra
Yeah, we have a new person
interruption.
here.
Yes. So
Yeah.
Bolanle.
Hi. Hi.
How are you doing?
So
I'm good.
should I
What can
or
I see myself? Funny enough, I can't. Hold on.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, clearly.
Okay, all right. Stephanie.
so yeah. So why do you want to travel abroad? I think I would speak on behalf of those abroad. I mean, sorry, in Ghana or
Yeah.
in Africa. So people look at
Speak
the
for me.
lifestyle of some of the people here. We come in as students. Some people decide to live like fake lives.
Yeah.
Car rental and stuff. It's very cheap to get a car for like even 1 week. You
Mm-hmm.
can get over here. You can get maybe for 4 days.
In Canada.
Yeah, like $200.
Okay.
Like very fancy cars, Tesla, whatever you want.
Okay.
So people do
Eh?
that. Oh yeah,
Hey.
that's what I wanted to touch on. And then people take pictures. Some of your friends, right? You see that today they're in Jeep, tomorrow they're in Benz, or they, Snapchat.
Yeah.
Then they, it's all car rental. And you in Ghana, you be like, hey, this boy I sat in class with, went to Canada or Germany 3 months back. This guy is driving Tesla. It's all a lie. Some of those
Wow.
people are doing fraud. And then me, I'll say it. People have been saying me, I will say it. And they are catching them here.
Okay.
Fraud.
Charlie, here it be trotro with the usual. Umpo, you go enter Trusky.
If you say you are going to look at that, not because you want to come to school, but because Kofi Mensah is driving Tesla.
Yeah.
I've told you the secret. This is what they do.
Yeah.
So that is what I want
Wow.
to say.
Like I said earlier on, like if you want to travel abroad, don't just travel because you think people are making it there or you just want to put on social media. Like travel with a purpose. Know the reason why you are going, because it's not all rosy, it's not all good. Like you think when you come, hey, I'm going to get a job. The money is on the floor, It's not like that. There's so many challenges. All right, Stephanie, is that all?
And okay, yeah, one last thing is yes.
You can add this later. Yeah, you're still here, so
yeah,
we
but
have a new
let me
person.
just chip it in quickly.
Yeah,
you see that mindset that maybe I'm earning, say, let's say in a month I earn say $1,000 or something like that, and then you're like, someone in Ghana is also. I think we should rather look at it this way: that we are all earning 1,000 money. Like, don't say it's that this person 4,000, because just say 1,000, because if you're earning 1,000 in Ghana, you have to pay rent 500. Someone is also paying rent here 500. So
Yeah.
we shouldn't really have that mindset and say, oh, if I come here, Kofi Mensah is earning 5,000 per month. So is 20,000? No, 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 no. Just take it like 5,000 money. The unit
Yeah.
of measurement is money. So that
Yeah,
is it.
yeah.
That is
Yeah, man, it's true. Because it depends on the standard of
of
living.
living.
Yeah, true, true. So guys, we have like a new person here, Bola. Yeah, welcome to our live stream.
Hi.
You know what we are talking about, right? You've been
Yeah, yeah.
backstage.
I've been tuned
Yes.
in for a while, but I went out for a bit and then I came back. So I decided to call in because I could relate to what Michael was saying.
Yeah, per
So I
the
wanted
job.
to actually, yeah, I wanted to touch on that actually.
Okay.
Um, you be coming from Africa actually is actually it can be an advantage and a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
And they looking down on you actually is even advantage to me, if you
Yeah.
ask me, because a lot of times you don't need to do exceptionally well. You just need to do averagely okay, and you get extremely appreciated because they already look down on you and they don't expect this from you. So let's say,
Yeah.
for example, the first time when I came, I mean, I was still, I think I had like A2 knowledge of German,
Mm-hmm.
and as soon as I met with like a couple of people and they spoke German to me and I could understand a little bit. They're like, "Oh, your German is so good. Where are you from? How long have you been?" And this is actually a factor because if we're being real, the level of German I had at that time wasn't good enough. But just the fact that you're black,
Yes.
you're able to understand up to a certain degree. They already give you this heightened, should I say, approval or congratulations. And then it
Yeah.
opens doors for you as well because getting jobs and every other thing like that, as soon as you step into anywhere and you're able to even speak just a little bit, you don't even need to be perfect. You're making a lot of mistakes. They know.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
But
know.
they are just in awe that you're actually going out of your way to speak.
Yeah.
Even while you're making the mistakes, they just let you keep speaking. So it's actually an advantage. And also concerning language itself, right? I feel the problem with a lot of Africans is we don't do our research before traveling.
Yeah.
We just want to travel. I have
Yeah.
tons of people on my list. Every time they just come to you and ask you, "Oh, bro, like, how is it in Germany? I want to move to Germany. This. The most annoying thing is you will spend like over 1 hour explaining in detail, telling them this. They don't even want to hear it. All they want to hear is how much are you earning? Have you got a job? Like, is life good for you? And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
everyone is different. It might be
True.
good for me, but when you step in, it's a totally different game. And I'm telling you, learn the language, do this, do that. They're like, for you to are learning English. I'm like, yo, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Do this, they're like, Charlie, learn language for 1 year. Nah, this, that. They push it aside. And when you come, then you struggle, and it's like, you didn't tell me this, you didn't tell me that.
Mm-hmm.
And the most annoying part is, even when you give this information, they'll tell you, okay, thank you. They'll get back to you.
That's it.
3 months, 6 months, nothing. Then they might come after like 8 months again. Yeah.
They are finding how you can tell them to go and pay this money somewhere to get the visa. That's what is most important to them.
Exactly. Even when you don't give them a site, tell them this is the database for schools.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Check the courses you want, get back
Yeah.
to me, then we'll go through the process together. Even checking for schools is a problem. They want you to
Yes.
check for them. And then I'm like, at the end of the day, this is why all these what they call
Agents.
agents
This.
make
Yeah.
Yeah.
money off you because these are things you can look for. They just know
Because
you
it's
want to travel
yourself.
abroad.
You don't have to pay anybody.
They know you want to travel abroad, so they will make it possible for you to travel abroad.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get here, you get stuck. Because I was telling someone, I said, even when you're coming to Germany, for example, the city you're going to matters, the course you're studying matters, the
That's
language
it.
you have matters. I tell
Yeah.
people all these things, but we didn't listen. You won't believe, even for me to travel to Germany, it took me the amount of days, weeks, months I spent just researching. I got admission to US, to Canada, to Cyprus, and to Germany.
Mm-hmm.
I had to sit down and evaluate all my options because I wasn't going to believe like, okay, you travel here, then you figure it out. That is
Yeah.
it. Anyone that tells you, bro, come first, you figure it out, scam.
Yeah.
Because I got admission to US, then I looked at the fees. I'm like, okay, I can pay for the first year. After the first year, I'll be able to hustle around. Then I thought about it. That, okay, the money I'm going to make, I checked like what's the highest amount I could make per hour. Am I allowed to work outside of school? They said no. I then did my research. Okay, if I'm working this amount of hours, I did all the calculations and said, okay, the amount I'm going to make will still not even cover my school fees, not even talk of my living expenses and then
Yeah.
paying for my rent and everything. I canceled that. I did the same for Canada. I did the same for Cyprus. And I'm like, how many people actually sit down to go through all this process? You don't want to. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't want to. They don't
True.
stress. And then they come. And even when you're ready to even go through this process and tell them this, do it like this, like they won't listen. So for me, but I also understand it because Europe is like, or traveling abroad is a get out of jail free card because not everyone finds it easy back home. Even when you're very smart, you need connections. Without
Mm-hmm.
connections,
Yeah.
you're not going to get shit.
True.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it puts you on the same level. When you're smart, it works for you. Like you're gonna get like
Mm-hmm.
things
Yeah.
going for you. So
Yeah.
me, coming from my own experience, I had to learn German for 1 year. I didn't come immediately because I got the admission, but I couldn't come immediately. So I stayed for 1 year back home and I forgot everything I learned. And when I came, as soon as I got here, like even my German teacher then, so she traveled to, and I noticed something about Germans as well. If you don't want to help yourself, they won't help you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That all of
Yeah.
them are looking for who they'll practice their English with.
Yeah.
So
That's
once
true.
you give them
Yeah.
that option to speak English with you, they will not even go out of their way to speak German with you.
German with
So,
you.
you're
Yes.
Yeah.
just so they're using it to practice, but you're not practicing. So
Yeah.
what I did was when I came, I had to watch a lot of YouTube videos. I changed my phone language to German, changed my laptop to German. Like I forced myself to actually learn the language, assimilate into the culture. And when I mean learn language, I'm still surrounded by a lot of internationals. My course was in and all that, but I always tried as much as possible to use language. So whenever I go out to banks, to shops, to the hospital, everywhere, I always make sure to use German because the reason why is you feel like you learn German in school, but it's not enough because it doesn't cover
Yeah.
every vocabulary or every vocabulary you need for like every works of life. So like let's say for example, if you go to the doctor and you're talking about your body, if you don't have the grammar for your body or the words for your body, no matter the German you know, you get there, you'll be stuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this also applies to like so many other things. And I always say like when I see Africans going to the UK, Canada, and the rest, like, it's a very good idea. You can afford it or you have it.
Yes. Yeah.
But if you don't always believe like you can pay for the first year and then you'll be able to settle yourself afterwards. That
Amen.
is a setup. Is a
Yeah.
setup. I always tell people like if we were born in Cameroon or you were born in any French speaking parts, you're not even talking about US or UK, you'll be talking about Belgium, France,
France. Yeah.
French speaking part of
Switzerland.
Canada. So that already tells you you're only making this decision based on what you can, like your ability to speak,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not based on, oh, the opportunities that are there or this, all the factors also
Yeah.
contributing to it. So I'm like, if that's the case, then why doesn't it also contribute when you want to choose Germany or choose any other country? Also think of it like, am I going to be able to make it if I go there without the language and everything like that? Even when I came as well, I had to do all the factory jobs, do all those kind of
Yeah.
jobs because even when you come, like they will tell you, okay, there are jobs, but the jobs are also relative because you go to a very small city. The city I was in was 30,000 people. Best believe these people are local people,
Mm-hmm.
so you can't hold them
Okay.
to the same standard. Because if someone comes to Ghana, for example, if the person doesn't come to Accra or Tema,
Yeah.
all those places, if you go to a small village, what do you expect? Like the people won't be able to even speak proper English as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
You might be able to speak three and the rest. So when you come there and then you're expecting English to work for you because someone else told you, maybe someone else living in Berlin told you,
Yeah.
you don't need to learn language, come, you speak English.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about, not doing proper research. You get it.
Research.
And then when you come into a small city like that, you end up finding jobs at the supermarkets. You won't find factories in a small city of 30,000 people. Do you want to find companies there? No, it's not possible
No.
to find companies. You find all these groceries, work on the farmland, all those kind of jobs. And these are jobs that you have to deal with local people. So you have to speak German. And these are things that people don't really consider when thinking of traveling abroad. Geography, location. And then when you also come, it's always normal. You want to mix up with the black people, like with people from your background.
Yeah.
It's good, but at the same time, it's also a setup because
Yes.
you're not going to what's the word? integrate.
Integrate. Yeah.
You're not going to. Trust me, you'll be so reliant on these people. And another thing I noticed is when you come, because of where you're coming from, there is this pressure to actually get a job immediately, to start making money so you can pay your bills and the rest. And once you do that, you come, you don't actually go according to your own goal. You go according to what's working for people around you. So
Yes.
basically, if everyone is doing this factory job, you just tap in and then you just go do the factory job. And then with time, you get lazy. To come out of it is the problem. To spend time and actually research for other jobs is a problem. Like that is it. You just get comfortable
Yes.
and keep doing this thing. You just
Just
find out
get
as
comfortable.
fast,
Yeah.
3 years pass, 3 years has passed, you're still on that same job.
True.
So what I always tell people is like, for your own personal self, forget about every other person. It's okay to hear someone's story and tap in and believe it can work for you. But about your own personal self, what worked for someone else might not work for you. So
Thank you.
decide by yourself, what do you want to do
Yeah.
Thank you.
before then deciding, okay, I want to travel. And then there's
Mhm.
also dignity in labor. Sometimes when people like, I hate the fact that Africans are too ostentatious. We like the flashy lifestyle.
Mhm.
You don't really have so much. You come back home, you dress this, see people.
Yep. True.
There's nothing wrong in doing all these jobs because at the end of the day, if people are not doing these jobs, how would the economy or how would the society function? You need someone to take out your trash. But I get the mentality because I mean, people back home don't get it. So here, I was working along with other people in factories. People were driving Mercedes Benz to the factory.
Mhm.
Yeah, of
They are
course.
for
Yeah, that's
holidays with their family. I'm
Yeah.
like, what do you need? You actually just need basic amenities. That's shelter, food, and clothing. Once
Mhm.
you have that, you're good. And so at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter the kind of job you're doing. What you're really here for is the opportunity
Mhm.
to tap into the opportunity and make the best use of it. So if you want to tap into the opportunity, I feel when you come, it also makes sense to integrate, and that's why what was saying when he said when Michael was talking about the whole German problem we had initially and the rest, because the same thing when I came, as soon as the thing is when you go to all these factories, you're actually mingling with other refugees as well.
Yeah.
But because they're all white, you can't tell the difference. These are people from South Europe, I mean Eastern Europe and the rest that don't have money, like from all this Poland,
Yeah.
Lithuania.
Romania.
So they move here, yeah, they move here to get jobs as well. So they can't even speak the German properly. So they just
Yep.
speak it street German, speak it anyhow. And then that's why they never take their time to actually teach you or show you what to do because they want to show you like okay, they want to like impress or impose
Yep.
upon you. Like I had a friend that got a job at Daimler. He already went through the whole interview and everything with the Germans and everything. On the day of him starting the job, his supervisor at the factory, because there they will pay you 18 euro per hour, so the money was very good.
Mhm.
He even switched cities to go there to go and work for that period, took semester break. As soon as the man came and was signing the contract and filling the forms, the man he then asked the man, like, okay, this part I don't understand. What do I have to fill here? The man was like, if you don't know it, then I'm sorry, you can't work here.
Hey.
yeah,
This guy joke.
Crazy.
yeah.
After signing contract and coming there, this man told the HR that no, he doesn't want him for no
Yeah.
good reason. And that is the thing, they don't want you to be in that position as well. You won't find the Germans doing this. These are also other Europeans that came as refugees and the rest because they want jobs for themselves and their people.
Mm.
While I
Mhm.
was working at the factory that time, you won't believe like these people have taken over. Like they were signing for people that are not even at the company that are not working. So like they have like 16-year-old kids, 17-year-old kids. Those
Yeah.
people are going to school normally. They register them for the job because they're already like the supervisors at the workstations.
Mhm.
So they're in charge of these things, right? So they register for these people for the job. At the end of the month, these people will get paid like 1,500, but these are their kids or their cousins, I mean their nephews or nieces, right? They register these people for the job.
I
They
remember the
bring
time
the
I
chip
tested
because at the end you're just going to stamp. Just going to stamp in when you come to the job or the workplace. So they bring the chip, stamping for the person that is not there. That's the niece or the nephew that is not there. Stamping. When they stamping, you do the job, and when you're done, they sign the other person's name. That is the other person that did the job. The person that is not there.
Ah.
I'm telling you.
Crazy.
So this is why. So all this is going on, and this is why most times when you go to the factory and rest, you have the worst experience, and you feel like, and then you generally say, okay, this is how Germany is. But at the end of the day, it's actually we're just at the lower level mixing with other refugees too that.
Yes.
But if you go to like
Yes.
the work field and professional jobs, it's not like that, or it's not even
Mhm.
stressful.
Yeah.
Like the job I'm doing right now, I have meetings and everything, and when I'm speaking, because I'm speaking in German, like the meetings are in German and everything. When we're having meetings in German and all that, I might making some mistakes and the rest. They just let you to keep talking and they
Yeah.
don't even interrupt you. Sometimes when I'm missing a word, they will actually tell me in German. If I say it in English, they'll tell me in German, like, oh, you can speak English for this part. I'm like, no, I just want to speak German. So I keep German. And these little things is actually a factor because at the end they see you making what will I call it? They see you making an effort.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And because of that, they always encourage. Or I get what um Pailawan was saying when it comes to not progressing in the work field. Because at the end of the day, you can get good jobs, you can but you never really be like the boss of your I'm
Oops,
So I
what's
can continue.
happening?
I think
I
maybe
hear
it's some
someone.
more. Yeah,
who's that from?
it's okay. It's okay now.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay now. Yeah, it's
So
okay.
even if you get jobs and you're not really at the top positions, you might not really get there because at the end of the day, these top positions require, I mean, it's the same thing in Africa as well for top positions. It requires charisma, gal, and every other thing included. So even if you learn the language, when you speak, you might sound too formal, and you know, I not be able to throw in a little bit of what will I call it? A little bit of uh, what's the word now? Your persona or your aura into what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
That can galvanize people. You know, when you have
Yeah.
other companies and you're trying to motivate people for a project or something like that, there are some maybe words or some key things you might be able to use, or just a mannerism in the way you say it
Mm-hmm.
that will actually
Yeah.
motivate people. But when you're speaking in German, and it's not your native tongue. No matter how good you are in this language, you won't be able to express yourself fully. You might sound too official, so you might not really be able to go to that person's emotions or conscience or to be able to motivate the person. And for this reason alone, is the reason why no matter how qualified you are, when it comes to all those top positions where you have to meet with execs or make deals for the company and all those things, they will not put you there
Yeah.
because
Makes
they need
sense.
someone else that can lobby around, compromise, and the rest. So, but other than that, I mean, the
Yeah.
opportunities are here. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is there.
Facts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
it's crazy. The opportunities are a lot.
Yeah.
And then the lifestyle and everything that it provides you as well is just when you compare it to African countries, it pays you to live in Africa if you're rich.
Mm-hmm.
You're untouchable. Like it's the best feeling ever. But here it just gives you a life
I,
for
I I said I said this thing several times to those diasporans coming to Africa. They are like, hey, they keep telling people, you know, come to Ghana. Ghana is the best. Look, see, Africa, if you don't have money, please,
exactly
you are in
Yeah.
hell.
true. True.
You know, while some countries are doing duty free, eat free, come for this free. Here, if you go and stand at Amelia's shop and tell Amelia, that, Amelia, Pacho Miniska, so please give me watch it to see this. You slap you. You see? He will slap you.
Well, you
You see,
need
my
money
country.
everywhere to survive.
Oh,
Everywhere.
but look,
You need money.
see, you see this COVID time. You see this COVID time. United States. Some restaurants were giving food free. Here, the only thing they give us was light and water. And even this light and water, the government is still telling us that each and every citizen has some amount to pay. Is it like 10,000 Ghana cedis? That's like
Oh, really?
200,000.
I thought it was free.
Eh, you what? Ghana will give you something free for where? You see, I remember. You see, that is how when you have, let's say, when you are dead, like this Christmas, like I'm broke. You see, the way I'm broke this December. Imagine all of a sudden I get 500 Ghana in my pocket. Hey, I feel on top because Charlie, that money. You see, this is the system we live in. When you don't have money, everything of yours becomes stupid. Like nobody listens to you. But when you have money, you control everything.
Yeah.
You see, but outside there, no one gives a damn about whether you have money or you don't have money.
But
Yeah,
Right
that's
now,
one good thing
let me
about
just
here.
get something in again. Fiddles,
Mm-hmm.
can you allow me, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, the thing has to do with the equality gap. Okay, one thing that countries like Germany and most of the Scandinavian countries they've done so well is to bridge that gap.
Mm-hmm.
The equality gap here is very, very minimal, and
And that's
so
why the taxes are so high. So high.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course, yeah. But so you can't really distinguish between the rich and the poor because whatever thing you have, the poor man can also get. That's
Mm-hmm.
how the
yeah,
system
the
is.
system is working 24/7.
Yeah. But in Ghana, the inequality gap is so huge. And so
Crazy.
that's when if you don't
You
have
see,
you are
in
lost in the
Ghana,
system.
when you see a broke person, you see. If you see a rich, if you see a rich man, you
You see,
see.
The
When you know
system
that this
doesn't
person
favor
lives in
everybody.
Trasacco, you
It's
see,
like the poor gets poorer, the rich gets richer. That's it in Africa.
you see,
That's it.
That's what gives the money money.
Ghana the
That's why
wow.
Yeah.
they don't want it
Yeah.
to be
Jimmy no na Jimmy.
Yeah.
We fool, sir. We every day we the food. Jimmy
But
sa
like
na
I feel
diachi.
like
Na
right now,
diasa.
like most of us here are studying abroad.
Yeah.
I'm looking like maybe in the near future, we're hoping to make it here, and then we're going to take our resources back home. Like that's the main goal.
If you come, don't come
Like
and stay. We'll go back.
no, me,
Well,
I have a fear right now, right after my studies. I have a fear of going back home, like right after my studies. The fear of going to meet I don't know what's waiting for
See,
me at home, you know.
whether you
Because
fear
I'm
or you
going to
don't
start
fear,
from
me
ground zero.
myself, I will deport all of you back to Germany because I sometimes I regret coming back to Ghana. Trust me,
Mm-hmm.
I
So you feel like
regret a
Singapore
lot.
was better than Ghana?
Crack, 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 crack. The
the thing
only
is,
thing in Singapore was the language barrier. You know, I
Yeah.
went for big interviews that people with degrees were even there with me. Me, I wasn't even holding any degree. They pick me, they'll do everything, but the last thing they ask is, do you have quarter? I don't know what is called quarter. They say is it I don't know. They have some word be they say is it quarter or kata or whatever. If you don't have it, they can't employ you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I don't know if that is something which every it's not resident permit or something like that because
Mm-hmm.
the company that would hire you is the same company that is going to give you is going to file every document for you. So when they ask you this quarter thing and you are like you don't have it, they'll be like, oh, we're sorry, you need to get quarter. We don't have quarter for foreigners. We don't do this, we don't do that. You know, that is the only thing because in Singapore, and you know, that place is very scarce to meet a black person. Trust me. You know, I was in the country for like 2 weeks. I roamed every corner, you see, and the only black man I saw for the first time was a Jamaican.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the Jamaicans, they love island. So I had to leave the country to an island called Santosa Island. That is where I met this Jamaican, and he was speaking patois, but likely I can also speak small of it. So we communicated, and that was the end of it. You see, so to me, I think, say, you know, in Ghana, even our own language, when you speak your own language, Akan, Hausa, Ga, Tagbani, and you make mistake, they will laugh at you.
Yes.
You know, so nothing is working. The system is completely down. Nothing they work.
well,
Nothing is working.
it just favors the rich, basically. Like no
Yes.
system in Africa favors the rich, and that's why you find out a lot of politicians they don't like traveling abroad or going abroad because there's this God feeling, this God-like feeling in Africa that you get once you step into anywhere, once you're driving on the road, like everything, respect that comes with it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't think is ever going to change because at the end of the day, even for we that we're studying abroad right now, by the time we go back, we're only going back because we have all the necessary qualifications. So when you're going back, you're not going back to start from the scratch. You're actually just going to maybe head a company or lead a team or lead a research or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like that's just it's the cycle. I don't know how it's going to stop or how we're going to break it, but it's still the same thing. Go abroad, get all the
Yeah.
knowledge, come back, head something.
Yes.
like that. And the only people back home that can bridge that gap are the people that actually have money, or the people that are well connected. Then the very few that are extremely smart. But for a normal person, like, just you're not too smart, you're just a normal guy, like, it's going to be impossible, trust me. Like,
Yes.
very difficult. Very.
And like here in Germany or maybe the outside world,
Yeah.
America, Canada, wherever, it's like even if you don't get a job, you have the opportunity to even go for an interview.
Exactly.
But back home, you don't even know when the interview is even taking place. Like somebody has to tell you that this company is doing this. Oh, my uncle said I should come. Okay, your uncle is this. Okay, sit down. If you don't know anybody, it's so hard. Like it takes like there are just few success stories whereby they didn't know anyone, they got jobs. It's just like 10%. But like the 90%, if you want to be an if you want to go to the army, if you want to work in an oil company, mining,
You
it's
know,
connection. Even
Everything.
national service in
last
Ghana. I think in Nigeria it's called NY. How do you call it?
NYS,
Yeah.
yeah, NYC.
Connection, yes.
it's
You
connected.
know, you have to know
Last
somebody to get a
month,
good
last
company.
month,
Big Brother,
last
Nigeria,
month.
everything. Everything is
Yes, even
everything.
entertainment, Big Brother Nigeria. You need to know
Everything.
somebody.
Everything. Like, even down
Last
to,
month, I had an opportunity to enter immigration, and you see, this man told me that, Charlie, an immigration officer, he said, "Oh, forward me your full picture, your passport picture, and add this, add that. Bring your documents. The documents doesn't mean that that is what is going to get you the job. It is assumed that it is what is giving you the job. But right from the start, they will tell you, pepe, you are paying 6,000.
that, God bless you.
If
I
if
have the same thing.
if you
Like,
can't
I
pay
don't,
that six
I've
thousand,
never heard that
forget.
kind of, or how do
Hey.
you pay to get a job?
Yeah.
Like, it
Mm-hmm.
makes no sense. Like, I'm looking for a job because I don't even have money, but yet you expect me to pay for a job that when I don't have money. So basically, people go to borrow money to pay to get a job.
Yeah.
You see,
Man,
Hey.
this is what happens. This is what happens. Let's say all of us here works in an institution, or let me say Ghana Armed Forces, right? Now I'm the commander in chief. So this is the sergeant, this is the lieutenant, this is this, this is that. Now when the job comes or when employment is availed, this is what I do. I'll tell you, Steph, there's employment. Oh, we need 50,000 people. You bab. So you'll be targeting like 10,000 people, right? I'll tell Fidos, it's the same thing. So all of you, imagine if each of you, 10,000 people are passing through you,
exactly.
you know,
Then you
and
put money.
you are taking $1,000 from each of them.
It's business.
You
Yeah.
Hey.
see? So
Crazy.
this is what we do.
It's the same in
Before
institutions as well.
before we would even put the vacancy outside that we are hiring or we need more men in the Ghana immigration services, we have already picked him because we have already
Yes.
picked 50,000, 50,000,
They already
50,000,
have the
50,000,
list
and
of people.
all of them have also what paid that money. Now that money is coming into our pocket.
Mm-hmm.
So when we recruit and we are done, then we put the vacancy out there. So when you apply, they tell you, oh, try next year.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So we that we don't have the money, by the time we'll find out, now check, you know, because we don't have money. You see, that's how it
Yeah.
works. And you are lying. No matter how it is, you need to get connection. We need to get some
Yes. You know
tight
how our
connection.
system
Your
is.
your uncle is supposed to tell
But
the officer that, oh, my nephew,
as
my
well,
nephew, bio. So they
Yeah.
fix you.
You know
here as
how our
well.
system is. As I was saying
Connect
that like you have
actually
to know
get
somebody to get a good place. Me, I've enjoyed that and so many times. I've I've enjoyed those kind of connections, like national service. I
Mm-hmm.
told my uncle I want to go to Goldfields, it's a mining company. It was easy. I was there,
once it favors you, then I mean, you
you
won't
know,
complain. It's only when
I
it
don't
does.
want to be a hypocrite and be like, it's not good. I've enjoyed it before, but
Confess.
at the same time, it's
Confess.
not
Say
good.
everything.
Actually, here in Germany,
Like I've had
connection
so
actually was
many like
very
opportunities. I got a job before
You
coming to
see,
Germany. I just didn't enjoy that job. That's why I came. Like it
there's
was given to me like this, you know. It's
there's
those kind
this
of
friend
like
of
I didn't
mine.
even go for interview, nothing, you know.
Yeah.
It's it was
Ah,
with
Hey.
my uncle. It was my uncle's company, and he could have employed somebody, but they were like, "Oh, my niece, let me put my family member inside." Okay,
Hey.
and that I was so grateful to him. So we all
you
of
see,
us,
let
I'm
me tell you
sure
this.
we've enjoyed these kind of benefits, yeah.
Me,
But
I
at the
haven't
same
enjoyed it
time,
too.
it's you have
If you can tell your uncle to come and pick me, then I'm ready. Easy.
yeah,
Let
like
me tell
I
you
feel
this.
like
I have a friend of mine who did national service in the northern part of Ghana, and the boy is so smart. You know, his name is Sule. He's in Spain right now. Do you know what happened? He was working in the ministries. He said when there is meeting and these big men are supposed to come to the meeting and they don't come, what his boss does is his boss has made him learn a lot of signatures of these big men. So
yeah.
if they are supposed to do certain allowance and these people don't come, let's say Stephanie is absent, Michael is absent, Bola is absent, Fidos is
Mm-hmm.
absent. Now I take the pen and I sign each of them signatures on the sheet. And the signature I will sign, which is in the name of Steph, looks the same. When you see
Mm-hmm.
it, you will say it is Stephanie who did it. When you see Michael's signature, you say it is Michael. If you see
Mm-hmm.
Fidos's own, you say it is Fidos. He said he had about 200 people's signatures on his fingertips.
wow.
You
Wow.
see, this is part of the corruption. So, do you know something? His boss said, I want to work with you. You're a good boy. And when the money come, let's say when the money come, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, they only give him what? $100, which is like 500 Ghana cedis.
Bad.
So, in this case, if he is caught or if they are caught, who is going to
Yeah.
jail? The one who signed. So when he
Yes.
was leaving Ghana, he told his boss that he's going to see his cousin at Accra. You know, he's at the 37 military
Mm-hmm.
hospital. And then the boss offered him his car key with a government number plate. And he
Wow.
drove all the way from North to Accra. The following morning, he parked the car at airport, kept the
Mm-hmm.
key in the tires somewhere, and left the country. When he got to Spain, he told the boss that, boss, I'm sorry to tell you this, but then I'm not in Ghana. I've left. It was an emergency, so I'll be
Yeah.
coming back next week. You know,
Okay.
and that next week is like 2 years now. You see,
Oh
so
my god.
to me, I think he left or he ran away because if he keeps doing this thing, the day he will be caught.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so
Okay.
this is
So
the kind of corruption we have here.
yeah.
So me, every day I'll keep telling people that look, if you think you know someone there and things are gonna be good for you, do a bit research and find out what will be best for you. And Charlie, pack
Japa.
your things and leave. Yeah,
Nigerians will
Jabba,
say Japa. Or how do you say it?
Jabba.
Japa.
Yeah,
Japa and go. So the question I
You
have
know,
is here,
yeah,
like to you guys studying outside right now.
yeah.
Like for me, for instance, some people, a lot of people ask me, do you think Germany is the best place for me to study out? For me, I can't answer you that. Come, you know, it's very dicey. Like, so the question I want to ask you guys is, would you advise anyone to travel outside? If
Sure,
anyone asks you, like, let me start with Bola. Would you
sure,
advise anyone to travel outside?
sure. The opportunities are limitless. But the only thing
Okay.
is, when you're giving the advice, you have to give the person the total information.
Mm-hmm.
And never advise someone based on just your own um, prerequisites or your own based on your own um, situation.
Yeah.
person the full information and let the person decide. Or definitely, definitely.
Yes, yes. You don't have to leave anything out. You have to give in the full information. Okay, Michael.
Yeah,
Are you sleeping?
no. I totally agree with what Bola said.
Yeah.
Of course, I would advise anybody to travel outside because they have the state of the art facilities. And
Mm-hmm.
for instance, we say Germany is a land of ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and you would really get everything you want. And
Mm-hmm.
America is a land of opportunities. Whatever thing you
Yeah.
want, explore. I would advise. But then information is very essential.
Mm-hmm.
Information is very, very key. And so before the person comes, the person has to abreast himself or herself with whatever information
Yeah.
that would really help him or her in the place that he wants to go. So yeah, definitely, I
Okay.
would surely advise someone to come here. Yeah.
Okay. Stephanie.
I'll say, come if first of all you have money
Mm-hmm.
or you can afford.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you don't have money and maybe you have scholarship, then you can come. But
That's
if you
great.
don't have your help, God Crampo is even afraid to help you there. Please make sure you have something before you come here because you don't want to end up in prison. Because let me explain something. You see, when you're coming, you show them financial proof that you can cover yourself for say
Yep.
1 year. So that's why getting a job is difficult because in their minds because some of them they see us to be very rich people. You're
Mm-hmm.
already presenting about $10,000, $50,000, your uncle's financial what. So yeah, that's one thing. And basically, if you have money, then you can come. If you are suffering in Ghana, please,
Yeah.
don't.
Even though I feel like it's so hard here, like it's also possible to make money, even with menial jobs. Okay.
Yeah, like save
Even
up.
with cleaning
Come.
jobs, because me, for instance, I did cleaning jobs once in a while, and I'll say it even pays better than some jobs I do because I can get like 16 euros per hour, and it really really pays. I'll not lie, like, and I feel like cleaning somebody's house is like cleaning my room, and you go and they the way they receive you is so nice, like they even give you a key to their house, you keep it, that's a kind of trust. But that if you do that in Ghana, like if you clean in Ghana, even people look down on you or certain things.
You pay
So
the
if you are coming here, put all your ego aside, like put it away and just face that you're not in your country, okay? Like you do any kind of job, just accept that you do whatever job because you want to survive and it pays. So yeah, Fala one.
It does. Yeah,
Yeah.
the one comes in. I think, yeah. And for me, for instance, I had one of my best jobs
Mm-hmm.
is a job that I did, and it was at a hospital, and it was one of the easiest job one
Flexible.
can get. Yeah, and at the end of the month, man, I was getting a lot. Come on, after I take my rent, my
Yeah.
insurance, everything. Oh my goodness, the money that I get. So it depends, when you are, it depends. At times, when you are lucky, you can just get a job, and then the money that you get, come on, believe you me, it will be very difficult for you to get that job money in Ghana, even in
Yes, it's true.
the
I
best
mean,
jobs that
you
you
can
can.
even afford things, You know how like in
Seriously,
outside here, everybody can afford something. Let's say if you want iPhone 12, you can go and take it as a contract and then you pay installation, right?
yeah,
So as you said, like the poor and the rich, they can all afford something.
yeah.
But back in Ghana, you have to take that huge money. Where are you going to get it from? To get your iPhone 12 or iPhone
Awo
whatever you want. But if you are here,
yɛmfoɔ
you
ba
can get
wo
those kind of
maame
things
wo
as a
maame tɔn
contract.
nam wɔ ayi wo maame tɔn nam wɔ Mɔkɔla ɔkɔtɔ iPhone 12 Pro. Are you okay?
You have to translate for Bola. Bola is not a Ghanaian. He's
No,
an
but I understand
Nigerian.
some things. Trust
You
me.
understand? Really?
I
Wow.
understand some things.
Oh,
I've
okay,
I've,
okay, okay.
I've rode with a Ghanaian for 4 years, so yeah.
Oh, okay. In
Yeah.
Ghana?
No, here in Germany.
Oh, okay. Wow. You are
Wow.
good in languages.
I'm
Wow.
okay. I'm okay.
Yeah, Fila one.
So
So yeah, I know your answer.
my,
Like, would you advise
my
anybody to
little
leave Ghana? Because I know your answer.
if you are leaving to school, and you have someone sponsoring you, it's different, right? It's different. Maybe your mom in Germany, and your mom is gonna help you pay the fees. That is different. And if you are going basically to work and you don't know on anyone there, it is also different, right? But for me, because of some experience, I would always advise you that don't move to a country you don't know anyone there.
Yeah, it's true.
Because when you know someone and someone doesn't help you, it's better than you not knowing anyone. And you'll be thinking, if I had to be in Germany, my cousin would have helped me. If I had to be in UK, my uncle's daughter would have helped me. I would always tell you that, look, get little money and make sure that where you are going, you know the country, you know a little bit about them, and you know someone there. It's perfect.
Yeah. And also, I want to add
You
this
know.
here. If you are if you are going to any school in Germany or wherever, Canada, US, normally go to social media, use them, because like nowadays we're on social media. Go to Facebook, Instagram, search the name of the university, search for, if you're a Ghanaian, search for, let's say, Ghanaian Student Association in Stuttgart, in Kiel. You find groups like that. Get to connect with students on these pages, so that before going to the city, it really helps, because if you know somebody, it makes things easier. Just imagine you coming to Germany without knowing anybody. Sometimes it's really hard. For instance, me, I knew like somebody before coming here, so it made things really easy. How to go to my immigration, how to even get to my dormitory, was so easy for me. So if you want to come to school in
But
Germany or anywhere,
like Stephanie said, Ghanaians
mm-hmm,
are very selfish. Charlie,
not all Ghanaians. You
they will
can't put
tell
that in your
you,
mind, okay? You can't put that in your mind and be like,
sometimes, well, not all Ghanaians,
not
but
even,
to
okay,
me,
let me,
I
sorry to
feel,
cut you off. Sorry to cut you off. Not to contact only like your some people from your country. You can contact the university, the international body
yeah,
of your
yeah,
university.
yeah.
They would sort you out. Don't just get up and be like, I'm coming. They can even meet you at the airport and bring you to the city. So that also
And
helps.
most times
So
they
you
have
should do that.
body programs where they partner with other international students and they can help you as well. So
Yeah.
Firdaus, let me add
Oh,
Yep.
one thing. Yeah, for
Okay.
the one,
Okay.
you see, I want you to take this conception from your mind that Ghanaians are selfish. You see,
Mm-hmm.
if you grab a young man, ibika, you see, and
whoa,
so it's
Akwe
it's
Bube.
the thing is, a brother is a brother, no matter
Yep.
what.
Yep.
A brother is a brother.
Yeah,
Of course, you may have some people who are selfish, but don't generalize it. Because I've also met a lot of people, Ghanaians, and they've been very, very lovely and marvelous to me. So we can't generalize it. It's really relative, and
Mm-hmm.
take that from your mind, because if you don't take care, then you begin to see everybody as selfish or as wicked. But that is not the case.
Because at the end of
I
the
said
day, they are our
mingle. I
people.
said mingle. Mingle.
Hi, can I say something?
Yes,
I
but
don't think anyone.
guys, welcome, Amma. Amma.
Hi,
Amma,
I'm
please spell
Amma.
the
oh,
name.
Amma, you're
I'm sorry
welcome.
you can't see me, but I just want to say something about what Falawan
Okay, fine.
said.
Okay.
The
Yeah,
name
so
is too
about
big
the
for you to
selfish
mention. Wow.
thing. You were, you were the same person that said that if you have to go somewhere, you have to check if your family member is there. Remember that those people are also Ghanaians. So
Yeah.
you can't generalize that. If you are saying that, then you can't generalize and say that,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they are selfish. Then
Sure,
you have to
sure.
put it in your mind that if you are going somewhere, don't depend on anybody. Just be ready
no one
to
owes
do
you.
it by yourself,
Yeah.
because the family members too are Ghanaian. So remember, so you should also not put your trust in them. So
Oh,
don't
yeah,
say that
yeah,
True.
yeah.
you're
Right.
selfish.
Yeah,
Just put
right.
this in your mind that you're coming here, you're coming to do it alone. Like figure things out. Like if you need help, you can ask them. But me, from
Yeah,
experience, I'll say that I won't say that they are selfish, but human beings are human beings. We have
Yeah.
different personalities. So just put in your mind
yeah,
that see, as I'm coming here, I can do it by myself. Like I
Even
mean, if you need help, you
yeah.
can ask. But
if you think
yeah,
about it,
I
Great.
selfish is
just
a word. I think they're just limited. They
yeah.
can't help you with
And
something you don't have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also
Most of them being in the country, based on what Amma just said, most of them being in the country, they've not integrated as much as you think. So they're also like it's only what they know they can share with you,
Yep.
basically. Like I've met a lot of Nigerians, like old Nigerians that have been here for a long time. They cannot tell you anything when it comes to school process, applying visa, because they don't.
Yes. You don't know. Yes.
It's not like they're selfish or anything. They just can't help what they have, what they don't know. And then here you earn money per hour, so everything you're earning is calculated already. So they
Mm-hmm.
cannot be so lavish or so friendly with expenses. You have to calculate down to so even I also had the same problem when you're coming from an African country, because it's so easy for someone to dash you money or
Yeah.
help you with this. When you come, you feel it's the same thing.
Yeah. Not like that.
So it's not like they're selfish or anything. It's just they're limited. They just can't do more than their capability.
Yeah, people don't dash
yeah.
money.
And
Exactly.
also, I wanted to say something. Michael said something way back about
Okay.
this Ghanaian selfishness and whatever
Mm-hmm.
thing that you guys were talking about, that oh, Ghanaians are not friendly. I think Stephanie also said something about not really wanting to mingle with Ghanaians due
Yep.
to that sort
Yeah.
of thing. I feel like it's not about selfishness. First of all, me, my experience here in Germany, I feel like in Ghana, even though I'll say that I was an introvert, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but Germany made it worse. It depends
Mm-hmm.
on the culture of the people. So in
Yeah.
Germany, I feel like they are very by themselves.
Yep.
So when you come here, it's like you think that you are not getting involved in the culture, but you get to a place where it's like every time you want to be by yourself.
Yep.
And even when someone from Ghana comes, it's not like you don't want to be the friend, but that's the way of life here. But if you come as a new Ghanaian and I'm not minding you, it's not because I'm selfish. It's just
Yeah.
that that's the way of life here.
People
It's
are
to get to
minding
a
their
place where
business, you
you
know.
open up. It's the culture. Like sometimes the culture of where you go to. Because in Ghana, when we come there, we welcome there because the culture there is very friendly. I feel like the culture outside, like maybe Germany or France, like what Stephanie said, is they are not really open. So we just have to, and at the end, we are also learning that sort of culture. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
about we being selfish or we not being friendly to other
Mm-hmm.
people. It's just where you are. That's what I have to say. Okay.
I said that in relation to job. I said that
Okay.
we
Okay.
don't have an
Okay.
entrepreneurial mind. Like we should also start businesses here so that we can, like, when people come in, they can also
Mm,
what I mean, at least to find a
Mm-hmm.
job. But
mm,
it's like when the selfishness I was talking about is like mental selfishness. When you come, I want to make it and then but
Yeah.
let's you see the Chinese people, they have Chinese restaurants
Mm-hmm.
and it's
mm,
passed on from generation to generation. But we dear and we don't. Some people also come and they're like, media, when I come, I'm staying here till.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not going back to give. I'm cutting off ties with my family. Like that. That's a kind of like
Yep.
mental,
Mentality.
yes, selfishness I'm talking about.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
But I think, Steph, I think maybe that's in Canada, right? But if you come here, if you come here in Germany,
Mm-hmm.
I think if you go to Hamburg, Ghanaians have a lot of
Well, as for
shops.
Hamburg, they are known for.
And yeah,
Yeah,
Hamburg,
go to
crazy.
Hamburg, Düsseldorf. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
depends also on the jurisdiction, the place,
Yeah,
The
and
location.
us
Yeah.
also, we should
location.
also,
Yeah.
when we come, we should
For
also.
me, the Ghanaians here, my experience with them have been like very good. Like I have a whole, like, apart from the students, I have a whole Ghanaian family where like I can go to their house, eat anything, they buy me food stuff. Like I feel like I'm in Ghana. They're like family friends and they're Ghanaians and they've taken me as their own. Like they buy me stuff. I'll be there and they'll come and knock on my door. They brought me bag of rice and I'm like, oh wow, in Germany, I'm chilling. So sometimes it's good to open up, okay? It's good to
And then,
open up.
Firdaus, let me also add to it. For me,
Mm-hmm.
I don't even, if I want to eat banku, they are even calling me to come and eat banku for free. Watch it, kenke.
Yeah.
Like, they are just imposing the thing on me, like by
Mm-hmm.
force,
Mm-hmm.
for free. Just
Yeah.
come and eat.
Yeah. So sometimes I
So,
don't even miss food back at home because I
no, no,
get
no,
it
no,
here.
no, 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 no,
Yeah.
no.
You
So
guys, you
even
you
though we have to
landed
eat
well,
Oh,
it,
we've landed
pa.
well. We've landed
Wallahi.
well.
what? So somebody's asking a question
Whoa.
here. Somebody said, you guys didn't tackle depression, no. Like, it's possible. When I came here, I understood what mental health was. You can be depressed, but me, I haven't been depressed before, but I've been very sad before, like out of place, out of the world, like in my own world. I feel like I want to go back to Ghana ASAP. This is not for me. Like because I was struggling with
Yeah,
school.
I
My
think
schoolwork, I wasn't catching up. So I wasn't saying depressed. Depressed is a very serious thing. But yes, people get depressed here. I think that should also be a topic. Like it happens
yeah.
in this part of the world. It happens. It happens.
Me, I got depressed because I was not eating banku every day. Bread, 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 bread. For 2 weeks,
Yeah.
I never visited the washroom.
I think Stephanie, somebody asked a question to your boyfriend, Stephanie. The person,
Yes.
okay, to Bola. I'm a software developer. I want to study in Germany, Mr. Bola, or others. Any idea on this? I think he also asked Stephanie's boyfriend as well. He said he's a software developer. He was asking of scholarship in Canada. And Bola, he also asked
Let
the
him
same
let him
question.
hit you on Instagram.
Yeah, I think you should leave your
Yeah,
Instagram handle in the comments so that
Oh, okay. All right.
We use our own.
Okay, so for
person
me
can.
about the depression, yeah,
Okay, yeah.
what I would say is, in Ghana, yeah, I feel like, okay, me, based on my experience, I think I was an introvert before.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on how your persona is, like
Yeah.
who you are. So it's not really about depression. It's just that I feel like the culture here also influences that. Because, for example, I mean, when I came to Germany, it was just that okay, it's too quiet. But meanwhile, back at home, it's not like I was this outing person.
Yeah.
It's just that the fact that like the people they don't really, I would say from my experience from where I came from in the beginning, like they don't really show this sign of welcomeness,
Yeah.
like they don't show this. Even when you're in the bus, everybody has found a face. Where I was before, I'm
Yeah, I
not
was
saying
staring at you.
everybody has found a face. And even like in the hostel, yeah, the kitchen. See, you wish you had the kitchen, but it's like the kitchen is just for you alone.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because when they come here, they will just put pizza. They will just go to their room.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
think that they are also scared. So what they is I think it's their culture thing. They are scared.
yeah,
So what you have to do is that you have to talk to them first.
yeah.
Try and be communicating with them, and that's when you
Get
like
to know
try
them.
to
Yeah.
get involved with them, but also too they are people that I think they don't really want to be your friend. In Ghana there, when I say hi to you or something, we become friends, no, but
Friends,
they are really careful with that. And
acquaintance.
yeah, it's like they already have their friends. Or
Yeah,
sometimes they'll talk to you today. Yeah, today we are talking. The next day they'll see you. They'll act like
yeah.
we're never friends. So I think that's the way of life of how they act that has influences on us.
Mm-hmm.
And also I think it's not depression. I won't say it's depression. It's
Yeah,
just that it's too quiet. As for example,
This
when
is
I leave Germany to Amsterdam, it's not like when I go to Amsterdam, I'm going out to, but I'm happy. I don't know
Amsterdam
why.
is
Like
late.
I'm I don't
Netherlands
know
is
what makes
late.
me
Yeah,
happy. I don't know whether it's the people because they are the same people, Europeans that we see in Germany. They are the same people that we see in Amsterdam, I would say.
yep.
But there's this sort of acceptance in like everyone is lively, but
Think
in
I think
Germany, I feel like they're a
no, I
bit
think
it's
in
hard to be
Germany
friends
it,
with
it depends
them.
on the city you find yourself in.
They'll be
It
okay.
depends on the city. If you're in a place like Hamburg, Berlin, Frankfurt, it's spontaneous, it's lively.
Mm,
But if you're in a
mm.
place like those small cities, it's a bit,
Yeah,
kind
but
of
even
boring.
that one that you are saying is because internationals are there a lot.
Yeah,
Let's talk about being with the Germans themselves.
Yeah, okay. For
That
to be
one,
themselves.
to be honest,
I
I've
mean,
met like really nice, fun, like Germans. Okay, I've not
mm,
had any experience with Germans that are like no. All the ones I've met
mm,
so far, like they are
Mm.
mad like me, and we
Mm.
vibe like that. But even those in my class, those on my floor here, and then when it comes to the kitchen, like they don't talk to you first, but me, I'll ask, what's your name?
Yeah.
And from that, it depends on your
Yeah, so
persona as well. Me,
yeah,
I'm not a
yeah.
quiet person. Like I can't stand. I'll start talking to you, and the way my personality is, you even come knocking on my door and you want to talk to me.
Yeah. So then, where is the depression coming from? If you talk about depression, like
Yeah, for
you
me, I've
don't.
never been depressed, but I've
The
been like very sad because of some challenges I was having in
Oh,
school. Where I
okay.
feel
So
like I
not
couldn't make
about
it.
the people not really being friendly.
No, no, like I don't even care about them if they are not friendly to me. Like,
depression
Oh,
comes
okay.
from like different things actually.
yeah.
Like it can come from the fact that you're in a new country, a new environment, so culture shock in the first place would happen, whereby it used to be vibrant place back home, you can make friends easily, you're used to like loudness, loud parties and all this. When you come first, that's one problem you're going to have. Secondly, if things are not going your way, say school, work, getting money, all those kind of things, so it's easy. Then thirdly, loneliness as well.
Mm-hmm.
When you come and
And
you're not
homesickness, yeah.
exactly, so all these things collectively, then they cause depression when it goes on for a long time, and it's always hard to snap out of it
I can't
because
hear you.
is it better now?
I can't hear you. Can you guys hear him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we can
can.
hear you
Yeah,
clearly.
I
Go ahead.
can.
Okay, okay. I think it's
All
from
right.
my side.
So,
Continue.
so all these things cumulatively then turns to depression, and if it carries out for a long time, it's hard to
Mm-hmm.
snap out of it or come out of it because Europe, or let me just say the Western countries, is more like a matrix. Once you get in,
Network.
getting out is hard, changing is hard, moving is hard because it gives you stability and comfort. And once you have stability and comfort, it's hard to deviate from it or move from it. Like now,
Mm-hmm.
let's say you're in a small city and you're having problems, you're not enjoying it. If you want to move to Berlin, for example, you have to have a reason for moving to Berlin. Maybe getting a school there. Then from
Yeah.
getting a school, getting an apartment is also a problem. Then you
Mm-hmm.
have to keep the job you already know that pays your bills. You have to get another one there that might pay your bills. So all those things hard to move. But you know, if you're able to do it and move to Berlin, you see a lot of internationals, you see everything, and then you might be happy again because then you can speak English, get jobs in English, and all that kind of thing. So
Mm-hmm.
really depends. Like depression is easy to get when you're abroad. Like it's very easy,
Yeah, it's very easy. Mm-hmm.
very
Mm-hmm.
because like the system is fixed. So even you might even get friends, but you might never have time to hang out with them because everyone is
Yeah.
working, everyone is trying to make money.
You hardly
When
see
you're
people.
free, someone else is having night shift or morning shift. So it's really difficult. Like it's
True.
really difficult to make. Like you might even have friends, so hang out is a problem.
Yeah, it's true.
And get depressed, but
Yeah.
just have to find a way to go through it, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone has anything to say about the depression thing? So, like somebody asked the question, yeah. Is anyone talking? Sorry.
Uh,
No.
now another thing, yeah, that can help
Yeah.
is try to visit home from time to time, like
Try
one
to
month.
do what?
Visit home, like Ghana, Nigeria, from time to time, even if it's just for one month. Trust me, to cure all your depression, help you,
Yeah.
and then be fine again. Then you come back and
I think it's
Okay.
expensive to travel. That's why some of us are still here.
Yeah, that one.
And we've not really
I
had
think
time. Like there's I don't know how to. For me, I would have gone like even this year, but I just finished exam and my semester has begun. So there's no time for me to even go home.
Too.
Like I don't know how to. Yeah. But definitely I'm looking forward to going home soon.
whoa,
And somebody asked the
very
question, yeah,
grateful. We
what's your take on people coming into the scientific biotech in Europe, especially Germany? Actually, I don't know. I don't have any idea on biotech,
is it
so I don't know.
schooling or
It's
for
more
job?
of research.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
At Alison Bennett, is it for schooling or for jobs? Because it also depends.
Oh, okay. Because I don't know.
I mean, the industry is very large and it's booming here.
Mm-hmm.
If it depends on what you're coming for. If you're coming for jobs, then you can then apply directly to companies, get English jobs, and then you can come for research or just
Mm-hmm.
work directly if you already have experience. But if you're coming for schooling, then I mean, you have to search for the right courses and the rest like that. So, but there are always options, like limitless options, and there are constant research in this field. So you won't have problem at all.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Wow. We are almost into 3 hours. That was like a very. This was like a very good session.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything to say?
I don't think so. It was nice listening to everyone. I think
Yeah.
I'm doing Nigerian rapping. If you're Nigerian in the comment section, please next time tune in. You guys should
Yes. A person said both, but like schooling first. Schooling first.
Okay. We can talk about this personally. I already at Allison, I already added my Instagram handle there. So if you scroll up, you'll see it. Then
Uh,
you can just
um,
send me a DM.
Stephanie, are you a YouTuber?
It's not.
Nope. People have been saying I should
I
do
think
some,
so.
but yeah, I'm shy. I'm shy.
You, I know you don't look like someone who is shy. Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
So you guys here,
Please
Fella
be,
One is a YouTuber. You can check out his channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in my
How am I supposed to like?
on my channel there are controversies in Kwao.
Yeah, do you guys like know Wode Maya? Who knows Wode Maya here? You watch him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Michael?
that guy.
Yeah, you watch him, Wode Maya. You know, he has like
Yeah.
series
Yeah.
of interview he did with people who were once in diaspora. They went back to Africa and then, build an industry or whatever. I feel like those people made it before going.
Yeah, of course.
So you can't just pack your
No.
things and be like, I'm
No,
going
no,
to
no,
Ghana.
no.
So like
No.
They went back with a foundation.
Yeah.
They had, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
The thing
Yeah.
is, you need to establish yourself here before you go. Because we've had experiences whereby people come here and they're like, okay, for them, they are here to school. After they finish school, they are going back home.
Please, that was me.
Because
Thank
look,
you.
you see the diasporans, those who
That was
leave
me.
the States or the Europe to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, none of them comes to rent household. They buy them.
Mm-hmm.
None of
Obviously,
them
they
will
are
come
coming
and
with
rent.
the dollars and the euros. What do you expect?
they're coming with the
You
money.
see,
Yeah.
they are coming with the money and they are coming to stay and they are influencing people that are, hey, please come to Ghana. Ghana is good. Me that I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm paying bills like Massa. Forget it. You have your money, I come. Me, if you don't have money, please don't come because if you come, me and you all will rank shoulders. Me and you will be fighting over trotro. Yes. So
But the
you don't
funny
have to
thing
come.
is, I even miss Chocho, you know.
Aww.
Hey,
Yeah.
Charlie,
I
off
miss,
late the trotro will tear your dress. So don't try. You better use boat or
how here
Uber.
you have to wait for the bus. If you miss the bus, you have to wait for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes. But
Oh,
back home,
every
there are
1 minute to
buses.
be a bus trip.
But back home, there are buses like at every
Everywhere.
second, every minute. So like that's some of these things here you miss them. Food by the roadside, all these things. You don't get those things.
Food after
It's like
Thanksgiving.
the spontaneous of life back home. You don't have to plan your day like that. You just get up.
Kosianimoko.
Yes, it's those kind of sometimes even miss like the sandy places, when it
Aww.
rains, when it rains,
You
there's this smell that comes with the sand. It's so nice. Since I came here, I never.
yeah.
Yeah, even though like Africa is like that, we still miss like these petty things.
You know,
We are
the
hoping
thing
that it gets
is,
better.
home is home. You know
Yeah,
what is making us running out of our homes is because is because of the money. Yeah, home is home.
Mm-hmm.
Where the money day, that be where we go.
I think somebody just made a
Yeah.
comment about Wode Maya. Does it say?
Yeah, tell us.
Yep.
Let me just add one thing.
Yes.
So that, those of us here in Germany, per se, who wants to go back to Ghana, there is this institution, the Center for International Migration, SIM.
Okay.
under the auspices of the German government that are helping those of us in the diaspora who want to go back home and establish themselves home. So they'll give you money and they'll actually help you find a company back home in Ghana,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can just go back and establish yourself back home.
What's the name of the institution again?
Same
Can you-
Center for International Migration.
Center for International Migration. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's very going beats.
Oh, really?
Well, so thank everyone
Yeah.
who joined the
Guys, yeah, it's
live.
left
Like,
with 10
thank you
minutes.
guys
Let's do
very
10
much.
minutes before going.
You know,
It's left with
I
10
would say
minutes.
thank you guys very much, Michael, Steph, Bola,
I'm
and Amma.
saying,
Thank you for joining this live.
yeah, thank you guys so much.
It was nice
I
having
want
you
us to
around.
do 3 hours exactly. So it's left with 10 minutes. It's left with 10 minutes and we'll be in 3 hours, you know. But Amma, I forgot to ask you here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I asked everyone here, like those who are studying outside, why the reason why they chose to come outside. Like, what's the main reason? What made you travel
Okay,
outside?
so for me, I would say that as a young high school, whatever,
Mm-hmm.
I had, I, I went to an IS school, so there was this
Okay.
pressure mentality of, yeah, I want to do my bachelor outside and that. So me, I was just trying my shots. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
checked Canada, I checked US, I checked the other countries. They were expensive, but
Yes.
Germany turned out to be a bit like cheaper, or
Yeah.
I'll say cheaper. And also, after high school, you have to wait for some time. So my own, it wasn't really. I didn't see Germany anywhere. My life,
Mm-hmm.
me, it just happened like coincidence. Then it happened. Then I came. So I don't
Yeah.
really have any edge of like wanting to study come to Germany, but it was just the edge of wanting to study outside.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
So I don't really have a specific reason. Actually.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
on let's on our last words, let's just like how has those of us outside, how has like Germany changed you, Michael? How has Canada changed you, Stephanie? How has Germany also changed you, Amma? Let's start with Amma. How has Germany changed you? If you can close on
Um,
it, you know,
I
in a
don't know
positive
whether
way. In a positive way.
in a positive way.
Yep.
Okay. So me right now, I don't even know whether if I was in Ghana, my mentality would be like this, or it's difficult to know. But I feel like it has opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
And if I will imagine me now being in Ghana, how I'd have been thinking would have been different. So I think Germany has influenced the way I think,
Mm-hmm.
like the way I see things, the way like maybe if I have a problem, how to solve it.
Yep. Yeah.
It's now I have different options, but if I was in Ghana, I think it would have been one way or the Ghanaian way, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
But Germany has really opened my eyes. And aside that, the education, I think the education system has also influenced me.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I will compare, I was in Kenya for like a semester, and if I will compare the way of, the way they study here, it's not true and poor. It's more of
Yes.
understanding, like, and because of that, it will open your mind. It will open
Yeah.
your mind. But in Ghana, I think I would have just done true and poor and finish. I think that's what I think. So
Yes,
far,
true.
I feel like
True.
I'm so grateful, even though I don't like Germany. I'm so grateful for being
I
here.
know you told me this before.
I'm so grateful for being here. I mean, yeah, so that's what I'll say for
Okay.
now. Yeah.
Stephanie, how has Canada changed you in a positive way?
Yeah, I'm naturally lazy, but this country, the winter alone would let you, be a go-getter. So I think
Yes.
I'm more from this relaxed Stephanie to hey, and I let Stephanie. I don't know how has Canada changed you?
Oh me.
Yeah.
Well, I've always been on the move, so I don't know. Like,
Please, please,
but
please.
no, sometimes when it gets so cold and you just want to sleep, you don't want to go anywhere. So,
Mm.
but you just have to, tell yourself like you have to really do something,
For your kids, for the
yeah,
kids.
you have to really fight, keep on fighting.
So it has
Sometimes it
made you a
gets
fighter.
tough, yeah. So you always keep fighting.
So it has made you a fighter.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So yeah, so that's it. Just keep the fire burning.
Bola, how's Germany changed you in a positive way?
We move.
For me, I didn't even
Move.
like that. So um, positively, I think it has helped
Yeah.
me see the world more or less. Because if I was still in Nigeria, I would have been very closed-minded, and
Yeah.
I would have been seeing the world from a very much.
Mm-hmm.
Coming here, being able to travel to different countries, experience different cultures, meet with nationals, get normal basic life amenities that you're not get back home. It has even changed my ideology on religion and so many things like that, like so many.
Yep.
So I'm a totally different person, basically. Like I see
Mm-hmm.
the world differently coming. So yeah, that's the good thing from me.
Nice. Michael.
Yeah, I would say um the way of integrating into the system has really helped me.
Mm-hmm.
Punctuality, because now if I have to work, I make sure I get to work like 30 minutes before the work starts.
Mm-hmm.
And then also better planning, because always I have my calendar and I have what I will do the next 2 weeks. So this is something I learned here. In Ghana, it was partial. When it comes, I do. But now I can see I'm well organized, because you realize that the Germans are, they're well organized. They're like machines,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
Yep. Yep.
one thing I've learned from them. And also one important thing is simplicity in life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to impress anybody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to put on nice clothes to impress someone. I live within my means. So
Yes. You don't have to please anybody.
yeah, and these are, I think, some of the things that I have so far learned here in Germany. It has really impacted my life a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. File one. File
Yeah.
one. Sleeping.
Sorry.
Okay, so you were in Singapore, yeah, for some time. How did it
Yeah.
influence you?
Yeah.
Did it change you positively? You know.
Well, and Singapore, a lot. I learned a lot from these Singaporeans, especially with the kind of job they do, how they welcome people, and all that. You know, uh, um, Amma said, if until you approach some people, like in Germany, if you don't approach them, they will approach you.
Yep.
It's the same in Germany. It's the same in Singapore. If you don't talk to them, if you're not trying to be nice, like for them, they are always on their business. They
Yep.
want to mind their business all the time, 24/7. They mind their
Mm-hmm.
business. They don't want to get involved in anybody's problem. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just, I think it's something not in Germany alone, but that is what I learned from them. Like they are very hardworking. They help you. I remember when I needed to uh, pick a train and I left my wallet. And I remember four Indian guys donated $1, $1, $1,
Wow.
$1, $1, $1. You see? And you won't get this in Charlie. Here, if you go and ask someone for money, cry Charlie is a problem. So these are some of the things I've learned from them. Like they are well respected. They treat people just like, I don't know how to put it, but to me, they did a lot. They did a lot. It's not always we see them to be the bad ones, but in every country when you go, there are bad nuts in there. You know, so
Yeah.
I think they did a lot for me. To me, that's what I would say. Yeah, yeah,
Okay. I think I'm
yeah.
left. It's just me, right? Yeah, as Bola said, like coming here, I'm now more open minded. Okay, like I accept people for who they are or whatever. Like now, like back home, if someone tells me that they are lesbian or gay, I'm like, what the hell? But like I don't care. Like I feel like that's your choice. Okay, so now I'm more open minded because I've met different people. I've gotten to understand their point of view. You know, back home, if someone says I'm an atheist, you're like, you don't know why the person's an atheist. You know, just accept the person for who they are. So like I'm more open-minded now. And Germany has made me so time conscious because of the bus. Has made me, and when I have like a termin, like I have an appointment, I make sure I'm there like 10 minutes earlier, because I don't know, even when I have an appointment with my friends, I make sure I'm there on time. It's like a culture thing for me now, you know. It's that, yeah, like the work ethics and all of that. I feel like Germany has really helped me in that, and it has made me independent. Even I've never been so independent. Even though I was in uni in Ghana, I was alone. I was still getting money from home, but right now here, I'll say that I'm so independent. Like I have to think for myself and those kind of things. So yeah, I think it's positive. I think yeah, that's it for like. Thank you guys so much. 3 hours. Oh shit.
It's a record.
Thank you guys so much for joining my live stream. This was so educative. I hope people would learn from this because we said so much. Yeah, finally, I hope people will learn from this and then, you know, get to know the reason why they should travel. I mean, we talked about a lot of things. Thank you guys so much. I really, really do appreciate for supporting me.
Thank you for the platform as well.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you very much for the platform.
Thank you. All right, wherever you are, good night or good morning.
Good night.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Bye.
if you have any questions, just send them DMs. Yeah. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, this was a very great session. Like I really, really enjoyed this. It was so educative. Yeah, yeah, we hope to do this again. I hope to do this again. We can tackle on another topic. So next time it will be more planned. You know, I'll schedule it well so that you guys will know beforehand. Enjoying. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate you guys. Have a nice time and have a fruitful day ahead. Bye bye.